I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern. Hey, I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern.
Big bad bass for your head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top.
Big
head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. My Rari outruns your Odyssey. I broke it off cause I'm not settling. I gotta give for the lamp on a trip ketamine. Yeah, it's like that. I'm in the girls' mentions. Yeah, it's like that. She got good dimensions. I'm balling. They pay me attention. Going up high.
Everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Season 4 of the T-esports Championship. My name is Amy's House. I'm your host for this tournament. And that is it. Today is the very, very, very last day of the streams here from the studio for League of Legends. And today we will find our second finalist, the second team who'll be going to Budapest, Hungary for the LAN Grand Finals in November. That's right. They'll be joining Team Excellent, who were the finalists as well last season, Season 3 of TEC. And wow, they managed to battle it out versus Team 10 Euro Deal yesterday and get into Budapest again. Wow, it was... What can I say? There were some pretty long games yesterday. It was quite drawn out, but Team Excellent managed to fight their way through in the end, win the last match of the best of 5. As you can see, this is a best of 5 series. And tonight we are looking for the team they'll be playing against in Budapest. Is it going to be Nightbirds? Is it going to be Team All In? We're going to find out today with the best of 5 series yet again. But however you turn this, these teams that you see in the best of 5, they are going to get their piece of the prize pool, especially those who don't manage to go to Budapest. They have secured their piece of the prize pool. It's 5,000 euros. And for the first spot, it's 12. For the second, it's 8. That we're going to see next month when we decide who the champions will be this season. So today is the last day of the streams for League of Legends here from the studio. And yeah, today we also have a little bit of a different makeup with our casters. Your casters will be Lucha and Syntax. Scarf has been here yesterday, and that was one of his last streams for this season. But Syntax, you might know him from before. He will be here with Lucha for you, and that's all. We're gonna go for a short little break, and then on to the match number 1 of the best of 5 series, Nightbirds versus Team All In.
Hello, hello, hello. The second semis here at the T-esports Championship. It's Nightbirds, it's Team All In. But also at the studio is Lucho, and we have a special guest here. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you all.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to actually cast for the first time. Actually, looking at the teams that we have today, I either played versus them or know them from solo queue or anything, so I'm really happy to cast them.
Yeah, I'm really happy, especially because like having somebody who actually played against these teams, like having the experiences, of course, especially as far as the mid lane matchups go, I think is going to be really, really nice to kind of have that perspective as somebody who scrimmed, who played in these matches. But before we do start, actually, there is a bit of a question that I have in my mind that I feel like you are probably the best person that I can ask this. At the T-esports Championship, I feel like the priority as far as mid lane is concerned has completely fallen off. Like, Ahri is picked in third game. Is she really that bad? Same thing with Syndra. We don't really see them in the first games.
I mean, with those type of champs, you want to pick them, like as for example, Ahri you want to pick for prio if we don't care about matchup, but you have much stronger priorities on mid, such as Ori, which gives much more. Like you get prio, you get really nice ult, you know. If you're playing reset comps with Ahri, then Ahri has high prio, and that's why you see her in third game mostly, like with I don't know Viego or like some setup jungler, you know. But overall, you just want like strong ult and big wave push, like mid push, so you can like move permanently with your lead basically.
Okay, yeah, that's actually quite a nice answer, because for me, both me and Scarf were kind of wondering as to why she isn't really picked that much early, because a lot of these junglers I feel like mostly have been banned out. You know, Xin, Wukong, even it feels like it's become the first ban of the red side almost permanently in like every single game. I mean, Poppy Alistar on the other side, mostly for the the disengage. So I think we're gonna be looking at a bit of a dive comp from Team All In. But yeah, I mean, Syndra kind of in a similar boat, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Syndra got some buffs. I think she's pretty strong, but also I think her strongest point is the counter pick. I think you have much stronger champs. Like Syndra is just, you pick one CC champ, she has one E that's like 25-second cooldown. If you miss it, you're most likely dead, or you have to burn a flash. Afterwards, you can't play fights. For example, like you have Aurora, which is like top tier champ with Ori as well. Like Ori is also immobile, but she also just provides much more than Syndra. Like Syndra is mostly focused on just bursting one target. Ori is mostly focused on like helping your jungler, and even if you fall behind, you don't feel it. With Syndra, you do feel it a lot. So yeah, talking about the picks and bans.
Yeah,
For
I
me,
mean,
I feel like Jarvan is looking juicy here because Pop is banned.
yeah, and the one thing that I'm really interested in is the Yasuo ban. that needed to be like a comfort pick from one of the people here from Team All In.
Fraigo and Roscoe both play it. Fraigo is a big Yasuo player, one trick mostly known Yasuo in high elo, so he's just like a respect ban, to be honest.
Yeah, Kiana also, I feel like, as far as junglers go, we've also seen a bit of a meta shift as far as the lethality junglers go. Having the Kiana, Talon, Zed, we've seen quite a few of those picks. But as you've said, Jarvan, probably the most picked or banned champion at this entire tournament. Same with Wukong, I feel like those two are kind of always sitting at the top. Really good team fighting, and especially now, just locking them down, having the Galio ult right on top of them, I feel like is going to be quite big. But who do you pick with Orianna now? Do you kind of go for the Nocturne, maybe kind of synergy ult?
Either Nocturne or Ori for me, to be honest. Or you can just look Xayah Rakan to be 100% safe, because they are just looking for dive comps.
Yep.
So whatever you pick on 3 here, you can like pick, I don't know, Xante and ban two top lane champs. Or you can just pick mid, and then you ban 2 comfort champs for them, and then on 4 when you're red side, you can pick like a safe top laner, let's say, and basically you have counter for. Okay, this is really good as well. Yeah.
The team fighting is going crazy for Team All In, but as you've said perfectly, like it's the disengage, it's having the Xayah ulti to kind of run away. But the thing I'm also wondering is, like, we've seen also a lot of Rumble and Galio being a bit more of a flex pick, even going top some games, going mid. So do you feel like with already having Orianna, is Rumble really a thing you would kind of consider?
No, because Galio is still a flex pick, and Galio best matchup on top is Rumble, and that's why you pick Galio into Rumble usually. So I would never go Rumble here. For me, here,
Aatrox maybe?
can
Something to beat out a
can
tank?
work if they have a lot of melee champs. Aatrox can be really, really good. But since Sion is banned, I'm looking more for a Xante angle, I guess, here on blue side. But yeah, let's see. They're banning like comfort champs in jungle. I don't know why Zed ban when Xin Zhao is still open. Nocturne is okay. I guess they want to play into Xin, so they're leaving it open on purpose.
Yeah, could be. Kai'Sa, I feel like also has been quite a big discussion point here, because I do feel like she has really good scaling. She's really good at team fighting, of course, and especially in dive comps where she can just ult in, dish out a lot of damage. The W cancel technically where the ulti is just an insane amount of burst damage as well from a champion that also deals a lot of consistent damage. But still though, Jhin seems like it's going to be the final ban. I guess it's a bit more supportive. Do you maybe consider Ashe Nico? Because I feel like that's quite a nice
I
lockdown.
guess what they were thinking about is that they want bot push, so maybe they ban Jhin with Nico because they synergize really well. But then you can also argue that Ezreal does kind of similar job. So I'm not sure about that Jhin ban. But let's see. I'm really interested what they're gonna blind here. I mean, most likely it's gonna be AD because AD is already picked here, and then just gonna counter on top.
Yep. Most likely,
Yeah,
but
Ezreal does the same
as
job.
you said it, Ezreal just basically does the same job, maybe even a bit better.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ezreal, especially in this situation, is going to be quite good, running away from the Rakan, if there's a shockwave potentially somewhere near you, being able to E away. I do think that Ezreal is a really good pick, but do you kind of look at this comp as having a bit less damage than a team comp usually would, with Galio, of course, being in the comp, and Nico kind of compensating for the lack of AP damage?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, you can look at it as Worlds was today. For example, last game BLG versus TES, similar type of comp. So this team comp gets outscaled if they pick another scaler on top. I know Bobista is a really big gangplank enjoyer, but yeah, Xante, as mentioned, is going to be one of those picks. But yeah, they get damage-wise, the blue team outscales Nightbirds. Depending on the top pick, of course. There are not a lot of good top picks here. You can also lock in Rumble here for yourself, and you have also a really good team comp.
Yep. A lot of AP damage though, with of course Galio, Nico, Rumble.
Jarvan and Ezreal, I think, are more enough. Yeah, Gwen also works. Yeah.
Shredding those tanks. Gwen is a champion that we've seen quite a few times. I feel like she was exclusively almost, I feel like, in the waiting room if Sion is picked. Because like, okay, we got Sion, sure, we're gonna handshake, we'll go Gwen. But a really interesting thing ended up happening yesterday. I don't really know if you were watching or not, but Gwen actually ended up not really beating Sion that hard because of lane swaps.
Yes.
And that being the meta, I feel like is just... On one hand, I feel like it sucks because like you can just neutralize any given lead in drafts. So like, okay, you drafted well. What's my reward? Nothing.
Yeah, like the thing is, Sion. That's why it's prioritized a lot, and even in Worlds, it's prioritized a lot. Sion is just a overall strong pick, and it scales insanely well. It doesn't matter how hard you fall behind; you're always gonna catch up. In this type of scenario, where you have Xante and Gwen, most likely it's not gonna be a 1v1 lane. I would be surprised if it is. I think they're just gonna put Xayah into Gwen and then Xante into Ezreal because Ezreal doesn't do that much early, and they're just gonna let both AD carries scale, kinda. That's what I'm thinking. But if they do end up playing the matchup 1v1, I think Xante actually has favor in early.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the early Qs just bonking away. I mean, even if you think about it, I feel like Gwen, the only good aspect of her W is getting those resistances early on. But, I mean, Xante's always going to be right on top of you, so that W really isn't going to do anything. That's like... It's good for resistances, but I feel like it's not really an ability to Xante. But it's gonna, I feel like, matter a lot in late game, especially with Orianna, with Xayah even kind of trying to deploy feathers. So I do kind of like the Gwen pick, especially having that W in those late game skirmishes. But overall, as you've kind of now seen the team comps, is there like a draft that you kind of more favor?
If I would say early game, I would favor red side. If it comes to mid game and the games are even, I would still say red side, but for late game, I prioritize blue much more. Yes. It's just dependent on how much Nico can find flanks and how much wombo combo can they make. I think the blue team comp just kind of denies what they want to do. Also, Gwen has really big potential to flank. So I think it's dependent on blue side on how they want to play actually.
Yeah, I agree. But the one thing that I'm like out of all of these champions here, the one thing that always stands out to me a lot is having the lethality jungler, and in this case having the Nafiri, which. If you think about lethality junglers as a whole, I feel like Zed being banned and Kiana also kind of being banned, which I would definitely put, as far as priority goes, like a tier above Nafiri. Oh, that's a quick pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like Nafiri is just so hit or miss, and she has been like that for quite some time. Because if you think about like last year, even the beginning of this year, I feel like she was just so strong, really oppressive, 1v1ing any jungler, snowballing a lead, and she can still do that. But I don't really know why, or maybe just hasn't found its success here at the T-esports Championship.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's just really coin flippy now.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time for the champ to work. I think early on damage is not that great. Like you have Xin Zhao, Jarvan, and Wukong, which are like kind of 10x you in the early.
Yep.
I think Nafiri works in this type of comp because it's good with Ori and it's good into enemy team comp because you can just double out of their CC basically, out of their combos basically. But overall, I think when the champ gets to like 2 items, 3 items, it does like really good job. You just need to be like really slippery with her basically.
Yeah. Using, is it the W?
Yes, W. Yeah.
Yeah, the W that makes her untargetable, undamageable, whatever she feels like. But yeah, I mean, with the early game, I feel like also Kiana has been so successful. And she was so good because having good clears, just being everywhere. The team fighting ulti is nasty, even dealing max % damage, which, why is that a thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know. For me, Nafiri is really good. Still, though, as I've said, I feel like it is a bit coin flippy, but in this team comp, I do like her because, as you've said, Orianna is open, and having that guarantee of dropping the shockwave and maybe multi-man shockwave, technically, I think can be quite good. But also, I'm kind of wondering now, you don't really have, other than Xante, I feel like there really isn't that much frontline, with Orianna also kind of going Seraphs and stuff like that to kind of escape the other burst. But are there really that much burst threats here?
There are not burst threats, but I mean, you will be surprised. The champs actually, even if you go Tengal, it does a lot of damage. What I'm looking at is that the team comp on blue side from Nightbirds is that you basically want you're baiting enemy to go in, and when they go in, you just want to kite back and burst the first target you see. That's how the Nightbirds team comp looks. Meanwhile, on the red side, if you do go in and you do get a big wombo and they don't flash it, you're just gonna wipe them. That's how it looks. So basically, the most important thing for Nightbirds is to find out and just track Nico Flash and find out where they're flanking from. If they can do that, I think front to back just suits Nightbirds 10 times more.
Yeah, that is... I definitely agree. But I do want to point out that Nico has been up to quite a lot of shenanigans here at the T-esports Championship. And especially, we've actually seen her quite a bit with Galio paired up. And there was a funny little thing that ended up happening where Nico was trying to be a minion, but Galio tried to kind of hide her. Because he's so bulky, and then, I don't know who the enemy mid laner was. He saw it immediately. He's like, "No, I'm dipping back," because it ended up being so obvious. So yeah, and with Nico, of course, having Ezreal just being too ranged into a melee and ranged matchup, I feel like is also going to be quite good. As we already see, they've ended up establishing quite a bit of priority. Frygo and Strode are kind of trading an Adi here with Douglas in that 1v1. It's aggression all around here in the first 2.5 minutes of this match.
Yeah, as we said, they're gonna swap, and they did swap. I guess Red Team didn't want to do that. They didn't want to match because they're fine with this, because they just want to poke. But I also feel like this just suits Nightbirds more, because how is going, like, you're gonna stop Gwen scaling kinda, and you don't care about your poke if you're Xante. So yeah, I think for now it suits Nightbirds more, even though they're a bit lower.
Yep. I mean, of course, having second wind, having a shield, you're just gonna end up healing up quite a bit of that poke damage.
Not sure which patch they play on, but on live patch, Doran Shield and second wind are hardcore nerfed, so but if they're playing the patch before, then
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah, if they're playing patch before, then Xante is just chilling here, I think.
he still does have the potion as well, so I'm wondering if he actually ended up going biscuits too.
He did. He popped the biscuit already.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, as you said, I think he really is just going to be chilling. On the other side, as you've said, Gwen being neutralized in this state absolutely benefits Nightbirds. Adi now spotting Douglas, who can, with that flag, just dish out so much damage. It's the auto attack speed, and of course with his passive, I feel like German is so good. It's like he 1v1s people, he goes in, I don't know, it feels like the Omni jungler now.
Yeah, I mean, the champ actually had lowest win rate in Worlds. It was like 0-9 at some point, but it came back a bit, the people won. I think the champ is strong, but I also would prefer different champs than him. I mean, he is strong, but to some degree, if you get like 2 items, that's when you stop. Like, you're useless after those 2 items. Because you're just gonna leave resources mostly. Oh,
Yep,
well,
beat
first
out.
bot here.
Was caught off guard here. Even though it was, I feel like it was a good roam, and he did pop the heal to kind of escape. But I don't really know, I feel like Mrozko ended up baiting him perfectly with the re-engage, and now Adi, he will be knocked up by Douglas. Looks like they might be grabbing themselves the second one as well. Things are slowly turning around as the team that is looking to kind of scale on the Ezreal and Gwen ended up kind of getting ahead early. And I feel like this, especially with the lane swaps, grabbing that kill, I feel like is going to be quite huge.
Yeah. I mean, Gwen got the kill, which is the best possible scenario, I guess, for the red side. But yeah, we'll see. I think they're still okay in the game. I think those kills are just empty kills. We're gonna the first thing we're gonna basically see in the first fight, if because kinda like the red team wants to contest grabs and the team wants to deny grabs. So I think the first fight is gonna be around there, like a bigger one.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see for that.
Yeah, we do see Pito already kind of with that W knocking up Frigo underneath his tower, so that's going to be a full swap now, as the Ezreal has been left to his own devices, but Matsiek has arrived. There's also Mrozko now coming in. Strode will have to flash the E. Pito, he does have his flash, but he gets taunted again. Oh, this is looking like a bit of a disaster. Now, lucky for him, though, he didn't need to flash, but it's 2 summoners on the Xayah, and as you've said, grabbing these summoners early for the fight on Grubs, I forgot the name.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so big.
And especially because level 6, I think the red team is just suited more. So yeah, we'll see. I think for now it's much better performance by Team All-In.
Yep. Ezreal still kind of chilling into the Xante matchup, but he's taking quite a bit of poke. And also, I feel like there was one game where, I don't remember if it was Sion or it was Xante who ended up just completely 1v1ing the ADC. So it's like, okay, we're not really nullifying. It feels like Xante is just good in these matchups. But yeah, I don't really know if the same can be said about Gwen. I feel like she ended up getting poked down quite a bit early.
Yeah, she was losing 1v1 to Xayah. I mean, that's standard, but the kill that she got, I think, bailed her out, kinda, because it's not like she's behind. She's not behind at all. But yeah, we'll see. I think Ori is going for the Rod of Ages build, so that means she's gonna scale as well as Galio. Galio is most likely gonna go for the tank one. But yeah, for now, I think All-In is looking kinda good.
Yeah, and this just being a combo is like Imagine Brewing. Because there's a taunt, there's a knock-up, there's a Nico root, and even here we do see that Adi, even though he ended up flashing, it was a tad bit too late.
Yeah. If you actually saw the mid lane on how he got caught, the Galio W sometimes has a... the W shows that you're out, but you're actually in.
That's because of terrain or something?
Yeah, so I think he thought he's out, and that's why he got caught and died. But let's see, I think Jarvan is actually either going for Eclipse or he's going for the build that Agurin likes to do, which is the Tiamat item. Was it
Profane?
called? Profane Hydra, yeah, of course. But yeah, we'll see. I think Profane Hydra on Fury is also the thing. She's not gonna go Eclipse.
I mean, I feel like with these like lethality junglers, I mean, of course they do have good clear, but having Profane Hydra is just so insane, just being able to clear out these camps.
Especially because it got buffed as well. Yeah.
Yep. But for I mean, I know that lethality Jarvan was a bit of a meme in the last like 10 years. Like, oh, we're playing Aram, I ended up getting Jarvan, I'm just gonna build lethality and nuke somebody with my ult. But this time around, I feel like that could actually be the possibility because the only real frontline is Xante.
Yeah. But as we can see, they're contesting grabs. They're thinking about giving all 3.
Yeah, that's quite an
They
interesting
actually
situation.
got all 3. I think
Yep.
the fight now is just too bad for...
Yeah,
Tigers.
Adi can't really move. It's the same combo, just done again. The amount of CC on the side of Team All In, I feel like, is just so disgusting. Because, I mean, you have the Jarvan knockup, then the Jarvan ulti, there's the Galio taunt, the Galio knockup, the Galio ulti, and then, of course, okay, Ezreal, shocker, the ADC doesn't have any CC, but still with the Nico, I mean, it's just so disgusting.
Yeah, we can see Jarvan actually finished Profane Hydra.
Yep.
I think he's just told himself, I'm ahead, I'm just gonna go full damage, you know. But yeah, I think it's a really, really good game state now for Team All In. It's gonna take a bit of time. I think the way how this game should go now is that Team All In should take every fight, in my opinion, and they should just start stacking Drakes. That's why I think Nico is also backing and just gonna open up to bot side. Gwen has TP, and Xante is on bot, so they don't really care if they don't move, Gwen can just TP, or if they move, Gwen can just TP, and if they don't move, Gwen just stays.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see.
Oh, nice shockwave there. Zamulek seems like he has been caught off guard. Even with the flash and the barrier, he opts to not use it. I feel like the second you see a shockwave, you should already be gone. But yeah, both summoners here kind of not being used.
Douglas actually started Drake to get it as soon as possible, so they can't even contest it. And Orianna has a TP, and she's really low, so yeah, Drake stacking started now. This gives a bit of agency to Ori because she's actually up 35 CS. But we'll see if Stani can carry this game.
Yeah, Douglas, as you've said, with the nuke ulti, Profane Hydra, just... Okay, he missed that Q. Pito still maybe looking to live. Even with that W, ended up kind of making the gap a bit bigger. Does seem like there's a Nico now kind of hiding. Maybe the EQ here will connect. They do find him, and it ends up being Frigo's kill with the ulti. So that's a free donation. That's a 3-0 Gwen now on the top lane.
Lazy recall is what we call that.
Piercing.
And now Gwen is 3-0, and I think this matchup is just gonna be a bit sufferable for Xante. But we'll see how they can handle this. I think they also they have a lot of possibility of just coming back to this game. Like, it's not everything is over, because if Team All In makes one mistake in team fights, the Nightbirds can just wipe them. Because Zaya is just so strong in front of backs. But we see Douglas is just terrorizing everything in jungle now.
Yeah, Adi just, he's a bit of a dog on a leash now. And Douglas kind of ended up holding it down. Zamulek will pop that barrier, still looking to trade. Strode is dropping down quite low. Douglas, in the meantime, ended up finding a kill onto Adi as Stanik is forced to leave. Oh, things are once again just turning around. Zamulek, he's so aggressive. The W will be flashed, and that is beautiful. Even now with the Nico ulti, it's gonna force out the Zaya ult. The feathers were deployed as she does end up running away. And that was a beautiful fight, so technically not flashing the shockwave resulted in them getting a kill bot.
Yes. He was saving it. He was thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
200 IQ.
200 IQ. But yeah, Adi feels a bit homeless now. Like, he doesn't have anything to do, and if he doesn't get this kill, it's gonna be bad for him. Okay, he ends up getting the kill, which is really good. But yeah, I think he's just praying to get some gold at this point, because Douglas is taking his entire topside jungle now.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see how he can recover from that.
He is level 7, hasn't really hit level 8, and Jarvan is already level 8, about to be 9 soon, so... The gold discrepancy in the jungle also growing quite large. The only member actually ahead for Nightbirds is the mid laner with that 1 kill, and as you've said, being 30 CS up. Also getting quite an early rod, so I feel like that's going to end up being stacked quite fast.
Yeah, sometimes you want actually Rod of Ages you want to finish Rod of Ages like later, because then you can get, like, you can hit Spike, for example, level 16 Spike in like 10 minutes onwards. You can hit 16 Spike after you hit 15 instantly. So Here he just wanted to finish the item, I guess. But I'm actually surprised that Galio went through the wedges.
Yeah, I feel like
Sonic?
we've seen Hollow Radiance kind of being
Yeah.
the most used item. The W now onto Moscow will not connect. Frygo looking for that engage. He does end up missing it. Charmed now. Beautifully done. Here comes the ulties of Team All In living up to their name as it's gonna be an all-out fist fight. And it seems to be favoring Team All In now.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. If they don't do this combo and if they actually fail the combo, then Nightbirds just run them over. But they're really far ahead, even without like having some core items, kinda. They're just stomping. But yeah, we can see that Mrozgu baited here in engage, and
Yep. For a second here, I thought Frygo might actually end up being burst because he was so close to Desire, who ended up pulling those feathers back. But as you've said, just being so ahead in gold, having that combo, just dropping right on top of everybody. And since Zaya ended up, flashless in this case, how can she possibly get away from all this?
yeah, it's gonna be a hard game. I think it's gonna be pain and suffering unless they can, or like until they can get some good fight, to be honest. Because from this point on, it's up to All In to just give the game, kinda. Oh, we saw Ori actually missed her R.
Yeah, that's a big cooldown to actually get, especially now it's like 14 minutes. Another Drake will be up in 30 seconds. Strode still kind of firing away. Adi goes for that engage onto Mini Matsiek, but he will be stopped. It's Gwen City now. 502 Riftmaker already in her pockets. She is an absolute menace. Yes, you've said Douglas. He just found another profane Hydra lethality bonking away at every single person he sees.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for now it doesn't look that great, to be honest. I think Drake stacking now is just gonna be more painful. As we can see, I think the first Drake was Hextech or Cloud, I'm not sure.
The Hextech, yeah.
Yeah, Hextech. So they're gonna actually have a strong soul as well, like Ocean, I think Ocean Mountain, Cloud
Ocean
or
Mountain,
Infernal.
yeah.
So it's gonna be
Whichever one
harder.
they get
yeah,
is
it's
gonna
even
hurt.
harder now. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you go for like, oh sure, like it's Cloud, it's whatever. Having a Jarvan with a trillion move speed run at you, I feel like isn't gonna make you any
Yeah.
more comfortable in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvan is lobby admin now. He has Sundered Sky as well at 15 minutes, and Adi still didn't finish his jungle item. So yeah, I think if you're Nightbirds, just try to see how enemy plays through the entire match. If you come back, great. If you don't, big engage.
I don't really know if they're gonna be coming back. Once again, it's the combo that always lands. It's the 3 ultis trapping them together and knocking them up twice. It feels so rough because even if you think about vision in this game, like look at the amount of deep wards that Team All In has. It feels like they're completely in control. As you've said, Jarvan taking every single camp, dropping a ward, getting vision. It does seem like that's going to be a shutdown here claimed for Orianna, no less.
Yeah.
So that is quite huge. I feel like that's one of the angles that they can definitely use to kind of get back in this game. I do like the fact that Xante ended up rushing Rookern's. I like that's always going to be good. Yeah, All In now. Even here, Pito does seem like he has arrived. I don't really think that Frygo is going to be getting out of this one scot-free. Healing quite a bit, but the game will end up being paused mid-fight. So, the gold lead, quite big. Early game, looking fantastic for Team All In. What do you feel like Nightbirds kind of need to do? Is it leveraging the Orianna lead, maybe go for more pickoffs? But then again, as we've just said, the wards are just everywhere.
I mean, if I'm being honest, Orianna is the only win con right now. I think Xante is still kinda evenish, but he just gets outscaled by Gwen on side if you don't play fights properly. I think overall, if you're Nightbirds, you're just touching the ground, like you're checking how enemy team plays until the end of the game, so you can actually have a feeling in the next game. I think this game is just a warm-up game. I would call it warm-up game. And then from there, like in second game, you just go. If you find a miracle and you do comeback, then amazing. You just crushed enemy team's hopes and dreams in terms of mentality. But other than that, I think Nightbirds have a really, really tough time ahead of them in this first game.
Yeah, I mean, especially Nafiri, a champion that likes to be really good, prevalent early, ended up just being giga stomped by
Yeah.
Jarvan now. I think the gold lead is like 2,000, and
Yeah.
that's almost an item ahead.
Yeah,
That's-
before we went to
that's
the before the pause, I think Nafiri still didn't finish her jungle item. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but if she didn't, then it's just you're just an NPC walking. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
A glorified cannon minion in the
Cannon
jungle.
minion, yeah.
But yeah, even now, as you've said, Xante kind of still being okay-ish, and with Orianna, I suppose, being the only real win condition at the moment, do you maybe just try and get those picks? Are you looking to maybe shockwave, blow up one person, hope that you can kind of buy some more time for Zayat to come online?
I mean, you just hope that Rakan or Nafiri can get into middle of most of the people with your Orianna Shockwave, and then you just Shockwave them and try to do that. But if you actually go in and, for example, Nico is not touched, or Gwen is not touched, and they actually do find a way to get into your backline, I think you're just completely doomed. Because if Nico can just stall a lot of time, Gwen can just stall a lot of time. Just those type of champs, you need to kind of track all the time. And if you don't get them into the Orianna Shockwave, I think you're just kind of screwed, to be honest. What Nightbirds can do is they can go double side with Orianna and Xante and try to kill Gwen with double TP. If there is going to be, for example, Atakan on top, and then they can just open bot together as two. Try to get a pick, and then TP to Atakan and have a 5v4 fight. That's, I think, what they can look for. But other than that, I think you're just praying for Team All-In to grief.
Yeah. I feel like that's always kind of the worst situation to be in, where it doesn't feel like you can do anything. It feels like, oh, if they make a mistake, only then can we actually do something. But yeah, you were spot on. Still has that jungle item at 4. It was 5, I believe, a few minutes ago even. So things haven't really been looking that good. And even Douglas, look at him. He's already moving up. There's a Nico who's permanently spotting Adi. Even just looking to grieve him more.
Yeah, they don't allow him to play the game.
Yeah, nice ulti there by Ezreal, even forcing Adi out of his jungle again as Douglas comes to claim the Gromp.
Yeah, this is just bullying at this point. I think they're just gonna take this Herald and look to how to like cleanly finish this game.
17 minutes in, 5.5k is the gold lead. That is that is absurd.
Yeah.
This early on. Oh yeah, that's also a blue buff donation from from the side of Nightbirds, who really are just having a rough game. But Moscow is just chilling, as you've said, having that rod. Definitely not the usual option.
Yeah, I'm just looking at scores, and I'm just looking at Bobista and Stanik being 0 deaths. Meanwhile, enemy team has 14 kills. I think as a solo laner, you just click tab and yeah.
Click that, guys.
Yeah.
What is
Question
going on?
mark. But positive note, I guess Nafiri almost has jungle item.
Ooh,
like
okay,
after
yeah.
this,
One
after
away.
these golems.
Okay, she will be.
Yeah.
Krugs are up,
Krugs.
so she will get that, as we do
Actually
see.
ended up being a mountain soul.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yes.
Like, how do you kill them late
Yeah.
game? My goodness, that's gonna be rough if the stacking does end up going all the way into the Team All-In's favor. But yeah, 2.7k is the difference now in jungle. 2.2k as far as the ADCs are concerned. I mean, Ezreal already, of course, having the stacked Man Immune, having the Trinity, he's just going to be poking away, and it's actually going to hurt a lot at this stage of the game. So yeah, things are not really looking that good. We'll see, though. Douglas here was spotted by Adi. Minimatsek is here, though. But it does seem like the numbers advantage is here for Team All-In.
It's kind of funny because Gwen is ahead like 1.7k, 502, but she's leveled down. And she's actually sometimes losing trades to Xante because Xante is a champ, you know.
Fair and balanced, fair and balanced. Love to see it.
Maybe looking for a solo kill. Okay.
I feel like had he hit
Yeah,
that, there was definitely an option of going in. But yeah, 20-ish, 25-ish seconds before the Atakan ends up spawning. He's going to be spawning bot lane, I believe.
I think this is really good for Team All-In because Drake and Atakan are both spawning in bot side, so you don't have to think about like cross maps from enemy team. What is gonna end up happening is that they're gonna reset now because it's 50 seconds for Drake. They're just gonna open into bot side, get vision. and then just play Drake and Atakan, because they can just get prio on all lanes. Like Gwen can just get prio into Xante unless Xante like forces all in and Gwen like gets hit by everything. Meanwhile, nobody can contest waves. Like they're just gonna push now.
Yep.
Most likely get deep side vision, as said. They're just getting it now. Afterwards, they have their turn to play Drake. If Nightbirds do end up clearing the vision, what Team All-In can do is either support can base and they just hold the line and then they reward, or they can just instantly start Atakan and say, we don't care, we're just so much far ahead and we're just gonna take Atakan as well.
Yep.
But they actually end up taking red buff as well to
Yeah, just rub it in.
salt on the wound, yeah.
Even the Herald was spawned. I'm wondering where he's actually gonna end up being used in. Yeah, it seems like they are looking to kind of go bot here. Zamulek is weaving and dodging away from Pito. The charm here will connect. Douglas, even with the exhaust, goes in. The turret is no more. I feel like this is looking like a bit of a freebie now. Nico, it doesn't seem like she's gonna be finding that much value. Gets pulled back by Bubista, and a beautiful route here by Strode, as we do see the Tokyo drift from Ezreal, who ends up leaving the fight in its entirety. It's just a fiesta now, 21 minutes in. Gwen attacking the tower, Zamulek, Tokyo drifting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, surely you take the inhib. Do you look for the end
I think
here?
you look for the end, yeah, it's like 5 seconds. I mean, we'll see how much Xante can stall. No, they can't end. They're just gonna...
Objective
if
CD.
they're smart, they should just base and then open to Drake. Because, yeah, they will base and open to Drake. Because you give them an opportunity to come back. But yeah, what should happen now is they just put...
Zamulek is actually playing with fire. That was quite an aggressive attempt to recall. Pito is getting mowed down though.
They're getting baited.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Frigo did reset, so he is quite healthy. This Gwen doing so much damage. Adi now on the backline finds nothing. Frigo is just going. It's W keying all the way.
Yeah, they're just too far ahead, to be honest.
Yeah, and even
They can
now
do
with
anything at
Douglas
this point now.
going to the Drake, the pings are coming for Atakan. Stonic feels like he kind of ended up giving up. He's like, I don't know if we can even contest this. Let me just get some waves. Let me get some CS. He is close to hitting 16, which is, I feel like, a really good spike for Oriana.
Yeah, if he delayed it a bit for Rod of Ages, he could have gotten 16. Now.
Yep.
But yeah, I can see him trying to get like a top tower for bounty, but they're just matching everything, so you can't do anything basically.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's dead now, most likely.
Phew, okay. Doesn't seem like the
Rakan
taunt
is
is
here.
gonna connect, but yeah, Rakan looking to kind of help out Stonic get out of there safely. As the play was kind of read here by Team All-In as they sent up Minimatsiek to maybe look for that flank. Oh, the Shockwave connects! Beautiful follow-up now from Pito. He is knocked up. That's going to be a free shutdown in the pockets of Oriana. Precisely what they needed, even though they did end up losing both the Dragon and the Autocon.
tier
So that is going to be, yeah, quite rough.
I
Tier
mean,
2.
you just take whatever you can get basically, because I think this is good because he got a shutdown, but it's not gonna matter in terms of fights. I think they're just too far behind on other lanes now to do something. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just gonna be a routine do Baron and end game type of thing. You don't even need to send anyone bot. You can actually send Gwen bot and then just threaten end if you want to, but I think they can just open up S5 and then just destroy them in 5v5.
Yep. Oriana is close to picking up the death cap, though, as she just picked up the second rod, so I don't really know if they're going to have enough time, as the Baron is spawning in around a minute, as you've just said, being able to kind of leverage that. They do have quite a bit of vision here, Nightbirds, so I think
It's
they're going to be aware.
cleared, like, as soon as they come from base,
No.
I think it's gonna be cleared.
I mean, 4 sweepers.
Yeah,
That is nuts.
I mean, you know, you're like behind, we have 3 blue trinkets, you know,
Yeah.
like to spot because you can't even ward. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Douglas is actually basing. He has. I'm curious what he's gonna buy. Control ward. Okay. I guess they didn't need him, because in this type of situations you don't even need to base. If you have nothing to buy, you can just open up to the objective and just hold the line.
No.
But I guess they just want to extra vision, so which is completely fine.
Yep, Baron will be up now. And as you said, that could be the end. We'll see, though. Douglas immediately ends up starting it. Roscoe already arriving, even with Frygo. Gwen is just going to be so good in bursting down the big purple worm. And now they have been spotted on the Vision.
Yeah,
Pito being forced out by the Qs of Ezreal. I don't really think they're going to be even able to contest this. Roscoe looking to maybe find Adi. Yeah, nicely done there, just Wing away.
Yeah, it's pointless to chase them. They just run down mid and take everything from them in front of their face, I think. Even though Orianna is actually level 17 and she's the highest level, she might have Raba now. I think she does.
I think that's why she ended up kind of being both top and bot,
Yeah,
farming
yeah.
those
I think
waves.
She has Raba. Yeah, she has. I think you're praying for Orianna Miracle, but I don't think she does that much damage to burst everyone. Oh, we'll see. Okay.
Okay,
One-man
Galio
shockwave, I
ulti
don't-
has actually immediately been popped here. Babista on the back line as so much damage here is actually dropping on top of Zamulek. He couldn't really do much, and now Frygo looking to get rid of Adi, I believe. He can't really find him. Babista tanking so much damage. The ulti from Douglas not really enough, as they will not be locked down. At the end, it ends up being just a 1-for-1 or 1-for-2. Yeah, 1-for-2.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna just look for end. I don't think they can clear, to be honest. Let's see. They actually don't have Ezreal to hit.
Yeah, but of course Morosco ended up kind of TPing back, does even have the Rift Maker now, so the advantage I feel like is just too big, and with the Baron minions, they just end up living so long.
Actually,
That's going
not
to be
the
double knock-up. The taunt here comes through. They might actually end up killing them. Minimatic did have to pop the Zhonya's. Frygo looking really good now. The Gwen is just healing so much and outputting a lot of damage. Flash taunt now onto Stanik, who I don't really think is also going to be making it out of this. This is going to be the end after all.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was some hope in the last
it
fight.
was, but I think if you're Orianna, I mean, I get the thought process. You want to burst Douglas because he queued in, so he has to flash, and then you just get a pick and play 5v4 afterwards. But I think if you're Ori, you need to look for like a bigger 5-man shockwave or something. It's hard to get it, I know, but that's just what you're praying for. You're the strongest person on your team, and you're just praying to get like a wombo combo with like Xayah ult E or something to try to chunk them all down and then get the fight going, but they were just too far behind, I think.
Yeah,
It
the
wasn't a
early
champ.
game ended up completely
Yeah,
screwing
yeah.
them over. But looking at Fearless as a whole, like, no Orianna, no Xayah Rakan now, Xante has been taken off the table as well, Jarvan, a lot of these really good power picks. I mean, Galio, who was mainly picked as a counter to Rumble, now isn't available, so maybe, you start blue side, there's a Rumble angle.
Yeah.
So I feel like Game 2 is going to be quite interesting, but we'll jump into that one in a few minutes, because we are taking a small break.
I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern. Hey, I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern.
Big bad bass for your head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top.
Big
Head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. My Rari outruns your Odyssey. I broke it off cause I'm not settling. I got a gift for the layup on a trip killing me. Yeah, it's like that. I'm in the girls' mentions. Yeah, it's like that. She got good dimensions. I'm balling. They pay me attention. Going up hydraulic suspension. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. 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 I'm balling, they pay me attention. I'm balling, they pay me attention. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. My Rari outruns your Odyssey. I broke it off cause I'm not settling. I got a gift for the layup on a trip killing me. Yeah, it's like that. I'm in the girls' mentions. Yeah, it's like that. She got good dimensions. I'm balling. They pay me attention. Going up hydraulic suspension. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. 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 I'm balling, they pay me attention.
Alrighty, short break done. We are back. Match number 2 ahead of us. Nightbirds did lose, so they do end up picking their side. I think me and you ended up kind of talking a bit about it behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually red side.
Yeah, it's red side, yeah. It's
Quite
kind of
interesting.
surprising, yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. I think they're gonna ban the power picks and then they have something cooked up. But yeah, there is a lot of picks still up. We'll see what they prioritize here. I think they just want to counter pick for into Fraigo. That's my honest opinion. We'll see. The first ban, I guess, should be Wukong.
Yeah. I wouldn't really be surprised if we kind of keep going with the Wukong, Scion. I don't really know what else can you really kind of change here. I guess maybe technically you can switch out another ban for a Rumble, but it's I feel like Wukong is just a must. Wukong has been just so good, so oppressive. A team fight king can deal a lot of damage into 1v1s as well, so he's just been an all-around good pick. Poppy makes sense, because I mean, if you're going to be playing dive, you don't really want to see these champions.
I mean, it's also triple flex. I'm kind of surprised that they both teams on blue side banned Poppy in the first rotation. Maybe I missed something, but yeah. On Besa, that means I guess it's a comfort, I think, into Scion. Yeah, but they are gonna ban Scion anyway. Let's see. I think Sinzao is gonna be left open. Maybe potential Xin angle.
Could be. I mean, out of all the the really good premier junglers, what do you kind of have left that isn't really a lethality-based jungler? There still is a Kiana, there still is a Zed, there's the Xin.
Vi.
Yeah, Vi.
Vi.
Yeah, but it took so long to actually see Vi. I'm actually surprised. I feel like yesterday was the only game where she was banned.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I don't really know why people...
I mean, it has been played, I think, on Worlds. I'm not sure how much. It's not that big of a prio. I think it's game 3 prio, maybe. If everything else is banned. Kai'Sa ban.
Okay, Rumble is open for the first pick. Xin is also open, so I feel like this might just be a bit of a handshake moment. Both these picks could go...
I'm thinking about this Talia ban. What they want with that.
I mean, do you maybe just want to pick Ryze then? Don't really have anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, you have Ryze, you have Azir still. I think those champs are pretty strong. Aurora is also open. Maybe it's for Aurora.
Yep. I feel like most of the times you've ended up kind of seeing Azir is into another mage. So I wouldn't really be surprised, but yeah, Kiana is a bit of a power pick as well, so she will be picked up here by the side of Team All In. But as I was saying, I feel like Talia was almost exclusively picked into Ryze. Or if the Ryze is banned, you pick Talia because you have the big roam potential. Nobody else can really match it, because Galio was played in Game 1, so there really aren't that many champions that can just ult, match the amount of roaming that Talia can do or Ryze can do. So here with that ban, I'm actually wondering if the Ryze will actually end up kind of coming through.
Can. I think it has good potential with Kiana. She can they can like they have a good setup with each other, and also Prio is pretty good. So yeah, let's.
Okay, wait, hear me out. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
A Nivea TikTok combo.
With Poppy's
Ani-
one though. TikTok combo is with Poppy though.
Yeah, but can't Kiana ult somebody into Nivea's wall?
Yeah, true. She
TikTok
can,
combo too. Heard it here first.
yeah. Yunara.
Okay, that is probably one of the strongest carries
Yes.
left open, so that definitely does make sense. Lee Sin also, I feel like, has been such an underpicked champion. I feel like we only ever saw him even considered Game 3, Game 4,
Yeah.
and even then I feel like he was mostly banned. So
I think this is mostly comfort for Adi. I think he's a big Lee player. But I'm curious what they're gonna pick here. I think, yeah, Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ends up being a really good Anivia angle for Nightbirds. As you saw, Caps picked it into Rise as well. Rise just can't do anything into Anivia. But will he end up doing that? I don't know. Casio can be also good, but it's not synergized well with Lee. Here, I think you just pick either, I think, AD carry match, or if you have enough AD carries, you just take, yeah, you go AD carry match.
Yep. Oh, but that's quite a bit of scaling there. Smolder Rise really
Yeah.
online in these later stages of the game. You do have the Kiana, who's going to be dealing damage early, of course, in the mid game as well, if she ends up kind of snowballing the
Azir,
lead.
yeah.
Azir, a really good champion all in all. But that's as far as like the entire, if you kind of split the map into
Yeah.
like two halves, having Rise and Smolder on one part of the map early, I feel like is just so
Yes, but also I think Rise is pretty good after level 6. He scales pretty well. So, because Rise ult just gives you like EQ, you know, like empowered EQ just gives you more damage the more ult stacks you have, kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess they want to end up scaling, but I also feel like even though they are scaling champs, I think they're just overall really strong. Like
Yeah.
I saw Smolder getting picked a lot because the champ is just overall strong.
Yeah,
throughout the whole game.
Smolder. Both me and Scarf were actually quite surprised because it feels like even without the stacks, 2 items in, he was still dishing out so
Yes.
much damage. So I feel like Smolder was a bit of a surprise for me personally. I didn't really expect him to pop off that much. So yeah, as you've said, quite good champions all in all. Also, I mean, the kind of the ulti combos I feel like are going to be nasty. If you just Kiana knocks them all into a wall and they get mowed down by the
Yeah.
Smolder ulti, that's going to be quite a bit of damage.
But they're banning supports both sides. I guess they want. I'm thinking still what they're gonna leave open because it's like tricky. Because if you ban, let's say Leona here, or Rel, then you have Naut Leona still open as engage. Yeah, Naut ban. So this team has to either ban one or don't ban anything and then pick the second that's left. That's my opinion. So let's see if it's gonna actually happen. Because here Rel is pretty good. Here Rel is also pretty good. But so is kinda Leona as well. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you wanna pair it with Smoldy. Rena, yeah. So they're gonna leave both open.
Yeah,
But
I definitely feel like leaving Rel is going to be quite interesting. Ornn actually ends up being banned, another weak side champion who ends up being quite good. I feel like you have to pick Rel here. I agree 100% because I feel like Rel being able to group everybody up is so good for the Rise EQ, for Kiana getting her ulti, Smolder just W ulting everybody.
I think the champ overall is strong. Sorry to interrupt you, but I think champ is overall strong. But yeah, it was Rel. But I was thinking maybe they don't want to go for Rel because it doesn't synergize as well with like their team comp. But the champ is just overall just has pretty good
Yep.
kit. So yeah, but here I think you also need frontline. You can't really. You need some setup. So Leona is the one that I'm looking for.
Yep.
Not sure about the bot matchup though. I think you just want to use the Leona then to move. But we'll see. They can also have a frontline on top.
You know, I mean, with them banning Ornn, I feel like that's
Leona.
quite interesting. But yeah, as you've said, Leona being the engaged support, being a bit more of that tanky front line.
I think you want like a safe blind top now. But since Ornn and Sion are both out and Xante is out from the first game, you are mostly looking for bruisers now. But you don't want to leave a counter pick. That's why they took red side, because they want to counter pick Fraigo. I think Bobista was feeling it first game, even though Fraigo was ahead. Atrox, I guess. Okay. There's a lot of picks you can go. Not sure.
Yep.
What he's gonna end up looking for, but
I
yeah.
mean, Yeah, all of these tanks are, I feel like, not only the best of options into Aatrox specifically, but I feel like you kind of need them in this team comp here of Nightbirds, because Lee Sin, even though he might be looking for the insect, he is a good team fighter. I don't really think he's going to be surviving that long
Jax,
against
yeah,
a
I was thinking.
Smolder, against the Rise. You really do need something really, really tanky, and that will actually end up being the Jax. Somebody
Yeah, I
that
was
can-
thinking about Jax. I thought that maybe they will pick Jax, but if they pick Aatrox, I think Jax is by far the best champ here. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of counter picks, quote unquote, you can go, but I think still Jax is just overall a strong champ. When you get to 1 item, 2 items, and 3 items, you just get stronger, stronger, and stronger.
Yep.
As soon as you get Triforce, you're strong. As soon as you get the Thunder Sky, you're stronger. When you get Zonya, you're the strongest.
Yeah.
So you're just lobby admin after, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel like also it's going to be quite hard to itemize against this team comp because
Yes.
Yunara dealing mixed damage, Azir being AP, Jax being technically mixed. It's quite a good all-around team comp, and I feel like with the amount of CC that they have, I feel like Mercs might not even be that bad. But for the other side, I feel like the Smolder late game is going to be really scary because there really isn't this big, strong tank. So I feel like if Jax ends up kind of misusing his E and Leap, I think he's just going to get blown up because there's going to be a Rise who ends up just whoop.
Yeah.
Can't
I mean,
move.
we'll see. We'll see. I think Yana is the one that we should look at at this game because she's the one that can create chaos in early game, and I think for Team All-In that's something you want because you have scaling champs, and if you have even early game or even ahead in early game, I think you're just chilling throughout the entire game. But yeah, I think Kiana is the one pick that we should look at, and again from the first game, flanks didn't really happen because they just got stomped.
Yeah.
But I think they have really good flank potentials, with one being Rel and second being Jax. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think team comp wise, I think 50-50 in my opinion. I think both teams can take it, depending on early game, as I said. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yunara and Smolder, though, to me at least, are also going to be quite interesting this game because Yunara, I feel like, definitely is a lot stronger early. She can kind of leverage that once she gets those Qs going and a lot of the damage. Of course, the bouncing, so she's going to be having prio, I feel like, as well in this lane. So I'm kind of interested as to how Nightbirds are going to kind of leverage that because early game as well, if you look at it, I mean, level 1 Rise, I don't really think is going to be grabbing prio. Level 2 with the EQ, I still am not sure because it's just the soldiers dishing out so much damage, so there's going to be quite a lot of prio, I feel like, for Adi to play around with.
Yeah, I mean, early on, like, Douglas doesn't have laners with prio, kinda. I think Rise doesn't get prio early. Azir can just match much easier. But onwards, like level 6 and onwards, I think Rise can just match it really easily. Yeah, it's gonna be a standard cover. I'm curious if they're gonna try to find out where the junglers start. I think Rise is gonna ward Raptors and Azir is gonna ward Raptors as well. I think it's really important. But we'll see. Maybe they also punished someone that one goes for a ward.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna go. Okay, they're gonna clear here. Yeah, it's gonna be standard, I think.
Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. And it's actually been a while since we've actually seen like a 5-man bot, 5-man top shenanigans, you know, just trying to
Funny
catch
thing
somebody.
is, Jax got a goldfish in the river, so he's 12 golds ahead.
Oh,
12
GG's. GG's.
But let's see, yeah.
I love his little funny shenanigans, though, that Riot ends up kind of adding into the game. Even with the Samira, with the coin, I feel like that's really funny. Just having one true damage. But yeah, Pito aggressively trading now. Zamulek did actually end up being pulled back. That is a nice ignite there. As the barrier was also popped, so all in all, really, really good. Of course, Strode needs to go cleanse into Leona. Because that's just a champion that forces you to kind of have cleanse. And here we go. That's going to be the heal. But the re-engage now comes from Pito. This is such an aggressive 2v2.
Yeah, but they get level 2 first, I think, Nightbirds. They're trying to match it, but they cannot.
Yep.
One more minion, they're level 2, yeah. And now they have lane Pariah. They can just slow push this, even though they're gonna be level 2 as well soon. Like one more minion and they're level 2.
Yep.
But it's pretty good Nightbird state now.
Yeah, we do see the junglers actually end up pathing differently.
Yeah.
Adi heading towards bot, and of course Douglas on the other side heading towards Frygo. which actually ended up, I feel like, kind of being a correct decision, considering that he is pushed in, so there might actually be a possibility of...
Yeah, he knows Jax gets prio early, but I also think that if they fight 3v3 bot, they just lose. I think Yunara is just 10 times stronger than Smolder early.
Yep.
That's why they bet away, because they don't see anything. I guess the only thing he could have done is match Lee Sin clear if they're scared of getting like dived. But I think that's not the case, so they're not gonna play for dive or anything, and he just wants to try to get an advantage on top side because the top is the only one getting pushed in, kinda.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
we see the Tries has prio early into Azir. After level 3 he can just EQ a couple of times and gets the prio. He should base soon for tier if he wants to start stacking it faster.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that actually will end up happening. But yeah, as you've said, Yunara just so much stronger early.
If you see Kiana is basing, I think he's gonna drop a ward now. Yeah, before base. Yeah, she did. So she gets info about Lee Sin clear, which is really good. But Lee Sin also
Same
did-
thing?
Yeah.
Junglers in the same wavelength.
And what's a standard for a couple of patches now? If you are blue side, you want to on the second base. Usually, if you don't have like this perfect buy, on the second base clear, you want to buy a control ward, and then when you're clearing your second clear, you want to drop a ward on Drake. That's what blue team usually does. That's how it has been for a couple of patches. I'm not sure if something changed, but yeah, that's what Worlds players usually do as well.
Yep. Good insight. We do see once again junglers kind of just doing the same thing. Babista now is actually pulled back here. Adi has come out to kind of help push this wave in. With this, I feel like Douglas knows that okay, I can grab those raptors for free. But yeah, still the bot lane prio looking quite good. Get to see some supportal combat. But yeah, other than that, I feel like the pace of this game infinitely slower than the last. Even though there has been a lot of 2v2 fighting in the bot lane, I also feel like not really a lot of plays have been made by either jungler. It's more so about vision, trying to maybe help push your lanes in for your solo laners, stuff like that. So quite a passive game, I would say, overall, which I'm not really sure which team I would say favors more. I suppose maybe Team All In, having Smolder, having Rise, just kind of chilling.
They scaled pretty well. I mean, it's not like the Nightbirds don't scale well. I think they scale also as well. Oh, but Beto is on a mission. But
Yeah,
I think he wants to hold the wave. Yeah, he wants to hold the wave. Okay, but they spotted him. He's not gonna be able to hold it. Yeah. But it actually delays the back, so it's pretty good. Now Lee Sin can just look for a Drake start if he wants to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, Strode ended up catching every single minion there because 2 were shared, so...
This is the only angle they can go for Drake because his grabs are spawning in 155. And also, Kiana didn't get a control ward and didn't drop it, so... Oh, but they're actually looking for a bot play. They don't want to allow them to base, which is also fine.
Ooh, Zamulek, the flash W from Pito will not connect. Now he will be the one instead who ends up paying the price.
I guess he wanted to predict flash.
Yep.
I mean, nice try. But still, I think he just played safe and forced sums and then forced objective. Especially if you're... I mean, not especially. They get outscaled, but you just played safe. Okay, they are gonna delay the Drake. They're not gonna start it.
Yeah, Adi is looking for something mid, but he decides against it with the root. He actually ends up losing almost half HP here from that Rise. But that's one chunky boy collecting crystals. Yeah. 2 rubies, 1 sapphire. He's all in on astrology.
When he doesn't collect runes, he collects crystals.
A true mage.
What's important actually to notice is that Rel has TP. So I think she's gonna open bot, base open. Oh, they actually wanna make a play. There is no point in doing that, kinda.
3v1, but still Aatrox has flash, has ulti.
I mean, if he does that, then it has a point.
Yeah, but Adi didn't really connect his Q. I don't really think it's actually gonna end up mattering with the amount of CC, so Team Nightbirds do actually end up grabbing the Aatrox free of charge.
Yeah, it's nice free kill. I think they also have TPs, so that's what they were thinking about. I think they're just gonna TP top, yes, force prio, and then most likely play grabs. Even though Aatrox has TP, he's gonna most likely also answer TP.
The bot lane
he actually
moving already.
No, he's gonna walk to bot and then TP to grabs, I think.
Yep.
Oh, he TPs. Okay, they're dropping it, I think. Or they think they can fight.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. I mean, I guess with the Yunara still kind of being bot, having the AD carry on the Grubs fight is quite beneficial for Team All In. But yeah, I don't really think Strode really minds laning against Aatrox now.
No, he
Just
doesn't.
gonna be
Yeah.
free farming away.
He can also move if he wants to after this wave towards the river. Let's
Yeah, a
see
lot
what
of
he
them
does.
here have been spotted. Audi even kind of looking for the Q, but so many of these small creatures end up blocking it, and now he ends up being stuck in the wall. Audi looking to flash away. He needed to flash, but it's Mrozku who ends up joining them first in this 4v3, because Jax wasn't present really, so... With the Kiana ultimate, that was immediately the go sign, and with the jungler dead, the Grubs are basically free.
Yeah, they get the grabs. It's pretty okay-ish. I would more like if I'm Nightbirds, I want grabs on myself. I have Azir and Jax that want like just perma out attack, you know. Not sure what happened here. I guess they could have played it slower. They had Prio after the Aatrox kill, even though he TP'd top. I think Yunara could have maybe looked for a move.
Yeah.
Not sure. But they also could have swapped. Like Jax should maybe like Jax could have went bot and have TP and then Yunara go top. But I'm not sure what happened and how they dropped the grabbies. But yeah, I think it's pretty good play from Team Olin or Rons. Is this a dive?
Yeah, it seems to be. Frygo, he just cannot move. Strode looking to flash forward. He gets it. Mrozku did end up using his ulti to join this fight, so I feel like that's going to be a 1-for-1 overall. Strode still is fighting back, kiting away with the lethal tempo, but damage is going to be all that he ends up finding. Still, though, not really the worst of scenarios. Didn't really have the ADC, so the Drake, I don't really think is going to be started anytime soon. And of course, with Stonic, who needs to kind of reset. Douglas looking to chase away Bubista. The first strike procs are getting
That's
quite
a ult.
huge, but Jax does have damage, even though he doesn't have mana. Still, I feel like Kiana didn't really reset, so just having that pickaxe.
Yeah, she has this pickaxe from the first clear.
Yep.
She has
Insta Profane.
Yeah, Insta Profane Hydra. But also,
Yep.
this scene is also going for Profane Hydra, which is surprising, because usually you just go Standard Sky. But yeah, we'll see, I think...
Lee
it's
is
really-
on the drink now.
Yeah, they're gonna... I think this is just gonna be a free drag because Douglas showed topside, chasing Jax. But I mean, it's suitable more for Team Olin because they just scale pretty well, and Rise being 2-0 and having already Rodovich is pretty good. Yeah, I think it's much easier to lane into.
Nope.
Oh, a DC.
Yep. Bit unlucky as the dragon has just been claimed, but we are going to watch the replay here from the flash predict that ended up kind of costing him his life. As you've said, nice try. I feel like that's a good thing to kind of have in mind. But yeah, it just didn't really end up working out, and here it's just a replay of Frygo not being able to play the game because he's just CC'd for the eternity.
This was actually like they almost one-shotted S2, like Kiana, Leona one-shot Lee Sin S2. And then this dive. It gives a bit of agency to Nara to like scale a bit, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think both teams have big potential to play like team fights. I'm really hoping to not have like the stomp game. To just because when they hit spikes on all in, they're just gonna roll over. Basically, that's how I feel. The way they're playing right now, I think Nightbirds are just playing too scared. I think they can pull the trigger first as well. Like it's just dependent on who pulls the trigger first.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I just hope it's not gonna be a stomp and that actually fights are gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I feel like once you kind of hit the Smolder 225, once you hit the Rise 16 with 2-3 items, those champions are going to be hurting quite a lot, and as we've just mentioned, Kiana being able to knock them into a wall, basically allowing both Smolder and Rise to dish out free damage. I don't really know. I don't like the odds of Nightbirds in those scenarios, but as you've said, I feel like Nightbirds need to start pulling those triggers early. They have the Yunara. She is I would argue, probably the strongest member now of Nightbirds. Even if you do end up kind of over-rotating her, I feel like sometimes there still needs to be some triggers being pulled, which is why I kind of liked the dive on Aatrox. I feel like just using Yunara, get ahead, grab those plates, shove those waves, it was a good play from Roscoe, who kind of ended up expecting that, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, Stanik is also on Azir. He's still even. I think he's strong. I think he can make things work. I mean, as you saw in the first game, him and Bobista were the only players that were actually even in the entire game.
Yep.
And I think if he plays consistent and his team steps up, I think they have a big possibility of just enabling him to dish out damage a lot. But also, I mean, who is he gonna hit? He's gonna hit Aatrox and Leona.
Yep.
You know, like the entire time. If Aatrox manages to out-heal or out-sustain or something, like, what are you gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
That
And
champ is also just
it is like 2-3 items. Aatrox just being in the backline, hitting one Q3,
Yeah.
healing for this much. Sundered Sky healing for this
I
much.
actually saw, I think it was yesterday. Oh, we got resumed. But I saw yesterday, Aatrox had 2 items in like 30 minutes. He pressed ult and auto attack passive and Sundered Sky and healed for like 1k or something.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
Yunara has first item, Smaller doesn't still.
Yep.
I think he should have it anytime soon. He's going for that Essence River.
He also did go Cull, so a bit more gold in his pockets after he does finish it. Still though, quite curious now, Zamulek isn't forced to flash, but still ended up kind of being a bit caught off guard.
Oh.
And now here we go, Adi, the trigger is pulled on him immediately. Pito just doing so much as Douglas cannot move. Now, with that re-engage, it seems like Minimatic will be the one who ends up grabbing a kill. I don't really think that's what they wanted, because Zamulek, he still does have the flash, he still does have the barrier, so he will be able to make it out of this confrontation, but still, with all of this ending in your support grabbing a kill, I don't really think you're going to be too happy about that.
Yeah, I don't know what Douglas was doing, to be honest. I need to see the replay if possible. Like, I'm not sure what was the thought process here. I guess he just wanted to chunk and leave. But yeah, I mean, just giving them situations where they can come back. Like, I'm not sure why do that when you are outscaling. You can just play it safe. Your AD carry wants to base anyway. You saw it by his movement. So yeah, I think it was just an overstep or maybe overconfidence. I guess because he's really ahead, but minor setback, but I still think they're pretty good at the game.
Yeah, maybe, I guess, with, of course, having Leona, I feel like the last time they ended up seeing Elise in, hold on, Pito. Okay, just ignites him, stops his recall. But as I was saying, I feel like the last time it was basically him and Leona who almost ended up one-shotting Adi. And this time around, they are kind of even-ish on items, and of course, same in the level. Even Douglas is ahead now, but I feel like maybe he thought in his head, like, okay, surely with Profane, I one-shot him, we go out, we move. But still ended up being a bit of a risk.
Standard gameplay, I think it's just gonna be scale, scale, scale until next objective, which is Herald. Drake is kinda spawning in the similar time, so we'll see what they're gonna look for. Oh, but it's just being annoying.
Yeah.
They don't wanna base, they don't wanna allow them to base.
Yeah, also, I mean, with Bobista having Demolish, he's gonna be happily chunking those plates away. That's a nice old team. Roscoe still looking to get something, but he won't really find anything now, and the minions are starting to be gone. Minimatsiak ends up stopping him again, so that's going to be a successful dive. Zamulek, he's so low. Here comes Adi. Here comes the ulti, though. Smolder almost ends up winning the 1v1, and now Douglas comes through. He gets his, even though there's another fist fight going on at the same time in top lane, and that was basically 3 fights at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why Stanik flashed the redemption. I guess he thought he's gonna take a lot of damage from it. But I think if he saved flash, because Ryze doesn't have flash, he can't really... I mean, I guess...
Oh my god, wait, Frygo. He might actually get the 1v2. He's so strong in these scenarios. Bobista, lucky for him, ended up getting away. Ryze now overcommitting. Will hit that E. The Q hits as well, but there's just no kills to be found. Flash in 4 seconds.
Yeah, they have both flashes, so he's not killing anything. I think Frygo's just gonna open bot into Azir. Yeah, but it's pretty good state again. Mrozku is just 2 items, 14 minutes. He almost has tier stacked in like 80. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's really weird place coming from Nightbirds so far. But you saw it yourself. Frigo is 0-2, probably the weakest player on the team, and he 1v2'd almost. So, yeah.
The healing was disgusting. Of course, in the ultimate, just being a complete menace. I don't really think that's... something like that, I feel like shouldn't really happen, because there's a Jax, there's a Lee Sin, all of those champions, they also end up dealing quite a bit of damage. So that personally was quite surprising.
I think this matching is pretty fine for both sides. They don't really care, because I guess Aatrox is the one only that cares. Oh, they're gonna try to catch him. No. Herald is up. Drake is up now as well. I think Nightbirds are gonna drop the Herald to try to stack Drakes. That's their win con. But they're actually looking for a top play.
Yeah, Babista aggressively now, but here comes Douglas just immediately pushing him into the wall. Moscow actually ended up flashing. He was a bit scared there of the potential auto attack reset. Of course, with the W and Grasp, that's just going to end up dealing a lot of damage. So the flash here, I feel like, was absolutely justified. Matsiek now looking to re-engage. Frigo already joining in on the fun. Here comes Redemption, but he gets taken out before it even lands. And that is a 2v3 with basically one member dying so quickly. Pito flashes forward. That is a freebie. That was a donation from Team All In.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that, to be honest. You know that your jungler is doing a top play, and then you are just walking in, giving them an opportunity to come back when you know that enemy is on Drake. I guess maybe he wanted info or just to stall time a bit from them, but it makes no sense to give them freebies when... Oh, is he AFK? I guess. Okay, another donation. Oh, but he actually kills
gets one somehow.
Yeah, not sure what they're doing, to be honest.
Check PayPal.
Yeah, I guess they fell asleep for a bit. But yeah, I don't know like what Minimagic was doing. I mean, I need to see again. I didn't check properly, but your jungler is making a top play. You know that your mid and jungler are both top side, and you're gonna play for Herald anyway, which is a call because your Smolder started Herald. So what's the point on like clicking your jungle when you know they can like try to catch you off?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I guess. I mean, still, even after all this, I think Team All In scales pretty well. The thing I'm actually afraid for Team All In is the Yunara being 1.4k ahead, having 2 items already. So that's the player we should look at.
2 items and a pickaxe now in her little pocket, or her goodie bag, if you will. But yeah, no, 100% I agree with you. I don't really know what the purpose of this was, because they had like a 2.5k gold lead, and now it has shrunken down to 1.3k. So, as you've said, it's just like forcing things that really shouldn't be forced. 3 people dying for basically no reason. Sure, they ended up getting 1 back, but is that really worth it? I don't really think so.
No, I don't think so as well. Oh, they're forcing here. Maybe? No, okay. They're just trying to push them off, so they have to go a long way.
Yeah.
But they're gonna drive it to tier 1 bot. Let's see his drifting skills.
Oh, he's going. Will it hit? Boom!
And now they can force a fight.
Oh yeah, the ulti
That
didn't actually end up doing anything now. I mean, Machek, that's a nice W there from Smolders. I mean, like, already going up, but Hito ends up not really looking for more. Well, grabbing 2 turrets I feel like is always going to be good, so the gold lead that was once 2.5k has now kind of come back, I feel like, 2.3k. So with some good macro, they ended up kind of ironing out the little mistakes.
If Ryze has needlessly again. Oh, he does. Well, he's gonna be 3 items in around like 4 minutes. So having Ryze on 3 items in around 4 minutes, which is like 23 minutes in the game, I think it's really scary, and you're just gonna blow up everyone. Also, he's gonna hit. Oh,
okay,
so force a flash.
Yeah, ended up flashing. Quite good there, recognizing the opportunity to grab something back.
Yeah, I mean, you can also see that Kiana built. You usually go Profane Hydra, and then you go Lethality item, which is the cheapest one, which is Umberglaive, and then you go Axiom Arc. He's gonna Axiom Arc now, so he's gonna be pretty strong as well. He's gonna have 3 items, meanwhile Adi, I think, has 2nd item in base. But yeah, I guess the only light that I see is that Babista is actually winning side and is pressuring Fraigo a lot, and you have Fed Yunara. So if you can get a good fight where Yunara can hit and Jax can flank or something, I think you're just chilling.
Yep. I mean, obviously having the Stonic or Azir's ulti for the disengage, just buying you more time in these fights, I feel like is going to be quite crucial. But yeah, the Otacon will now emerge, as that will immediately be warded by both sides.
Yeah,
Babista.
I mean, as I'm looking at Rise, he's just level 15, most likely 15 and a half because of the Rodo we just hit. When he gets 16 and when he gets Rabadons, I think he just melts absolutely everyone on the map. Like, that's the strongest point of Rise. When you get 3 items with Raba and 16, because you're just, you're just so strong.
Yeah, he becomes a machine gun. Here we go. Stonic has been found out. The ulti will not actually end up hitting Roscoe. He was right on the edge of it, so that's going to be a free pickup. I feel like with that, the Otacon will immediately be started. You still have the Smolder kind of clearing out these mid-waves, and of course, the Aatrox or Fraigo.
I mean, this is Otacon for sure, because Yunara just ult in Smolder with ult. She also ulted mid, so they cannot really contest it, and that's your strongest person.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just a freebie, and also they are stopping Drake stacking from Nightbirds.
Is that gonna be enough for 16? It will! With the Otacon XP coming through, the Rise now 16 in his next back. Probably looking to, as you've said, finish the Rabadons, so...
Yeah, he's basing, he has a Rabba for sure. He's gonna also TP with that Rabba onto Drake. Would be surprised if he doesn't have it. Maybe he buys boots. Oh, but Zamulek.
Yep, just caught off guard there. I don't really think he expected the insect. He's still alive. The redemption actually might end up saving him. No, it was a tad bit too late. Fraigo now looking to create a bit more chaos as both Stonic and Babista are on the back line. But all of those fights simultaneously end up going into Team All-In's favor. They're so strong.
Yeah. I mean, Rice didn't back actually, he just walked. But I'm also surprised how Zamulek got caught when most likely your mid laner is screaming, let me base and TP with Raba. But yeah, I guess just a bit of impatience coming in from Team All-In, but overall they're just playing much better.
I mean, the life of a mid laner.
Yeah,
you press tab and your ADC is dead.
True.
What can you say?
He's overstaying actually a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be turbo strong. I think he was staying for another wave because he has boots and Raban now. Most likely will end up going for the CDR boots. I wouldn't be surprised if he also goes, CDR boots.
That's a hefty buy.
Yeah. I think he's just so strong. I think the call now is just force everything. There is 3 tier 2s up. Baron is in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. You're just playing for tier 2s. Like, you're just playing to right side. I think he can also 1v2. At this point, for sure, because he's level 16 and the closest one is level 14.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see. Also, Kiana picked up Axiom Mark, so she's 3 items.
But also 3 items on Yunara. The Infinity has been finished, so Strode is going to be quite a strong guy in these team fights, but I don't really know if Team All-In is going to allow them to actually get to these team fights. As you've said, just being so far ahead on both the jungler and the mid laner. It feels like they're just kind of chilling now. Even in the side lane, Strode just melting away at Zamulek. Will it be a solo bolo? No, it seems like Zamulek actually ended up living. And that's the strength of Yunara, but the flash was used. So no flash in fights against a Ryze, a Kiana, an Aatrox, a Leona.
Yeah, this is also a
rough.
second wave he's doing that versus Smolder. I mean, I understand that you want to try to do something as well. But I think you can also force it without using a flash, especially because you know that Smolder had no flash if you timed it right. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. He has no flash now. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one. Also, like the weakest point of Team All-In was Aatrox, and he's at 2 items now, and he was actually 1v2ing on mid lane. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, not sure. It's gonna be a hard one to be honest for Nightbirds.
Yeah. Even with the Drake, of course, being taken away. Having that win con, as you've said, now also delayed to 2 more dragons that they need to take. And as you've said, with Ryze just being a team-fighting menace, even with upgraded boots. Those EQs are going to be coming out like machine gun fire.
Yeah, but you're getting into the point where Ryze won't be able to scale longer. So I guess that's a positive. I mean, he has 2 more items to buy. We'll see. I think he's gonna go for a Void or Zonia because they have 2 Merc threats. 3 actually.
What do you think about Crypt Bloom generally now?
I think it's a pretty good item after it got buffed, but you just won't throw Magic Pen, I think, on Rise. So Void Stuff is 10 times better. Oh, let's see a fight here. This Azir Tower is useless because it takes so much time to actually get up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice combination there, but the re-engage on Pito is quite good. Here comes the damage. Moscow, he was a bit too late on these fights, and now Adi, he will come. But still, though, it ended up being a 2-for-1. Douglas, once again, just ended up kind of tanking the tower, being CC'd too long, not really being able to play the game. But, yeah, I guess you're just gonna end up waiting now. Moscow, that's an aggressive TP there.
So aggro.
I'm wondering if he actually he might actually find Adi. He did. Adi now rooted in place. He can't move. Gets blown up by the nuclear rise.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, they should match actually Bobista because he can be the factor that actually helps them come back into the game. Yeah, they're gonna TP. I'm not sure if he gets it in time. I think it's actually good. Okay, yeah. I was about to say maybe it's good to maybe suicide for that tier 2 because, but no, Baron is up, so yeah. But they're gonna play onto him. They know Rise has no TP now. If they get good a pick here, maybe they can play Baron.
Oh my god, Frigo. He's just tanking everything. He's right on top of this Azir. The Q2 connects. That's gonna be a heal. That's gonna be the ult reset. Strode firing away, but can Frigo find more? Here comes the Q2. The Q3. Oh, he ended up whiffing it. He dodged to the side, and that's gonna be shut. It's unbelievable that he has a shutdown in the first place, I'm not gonna lie. But still, though, is gonna be quite happy grabbing that shutdown.
Keep in mind that that champ was 0-3 at some point in the game. So,
disgusting.
quote unquote, your weakest player just 1v3'd the most fed member on enemy team. 2 carries and a support. But yeah, I don't think, like, it's so hard for Nightbirds to come back.
I mean, 6,000 gold.
Yeah,
rate.
like, the only way they can actually do something is if, like, Lee Sin gets flash kick on Rise, they one-shot him. And then from that one fight, they can end the game. That's the only way they can actually win, I think. Like, there is no other way they can win. Because Team All-In is just turbo in control. They can do whatever they want at this point. The only tier 2 up is mid lane tower. They can take it at any point. What is gonna happen is most likely Rise is gonna run top. And then they're just gonna get vision and then play Baron. But we can see the replay here.
Yep, that's a beautiful combo there, honestly. Just knocking them both into the Rel W, the Rel ulti, buying themselves so much time. But yeah, the one thing I also kind of wanted to point out is Smolder a few minutes ago did actually hit his quota as far as stacks are concerned. I don't know if he's on 3 items now, but in the team fights he's going to be hurting quite a bit. That's an aggressive TP now, Adi. Looks like he will run for the hills as the replay finishes, but Minimatsiak might end up kind of splitting them up. No, even the TP will come through from Bobista.
Mrozgo has entire Zonia. So yeah, that's not gonna be a possibility of killing him. He's also level 18, so yeah. I'm not sure. I think, I mean, Team All-In just wants to force fights, I see that, but if it's up to me, if I'm playing on this team, I would just play like more controlled. Okay, there is a lot of pings going on.
Oh, hold on, Zamulek again, maybe even ends up being caught off guard. That's the insect, that's the ult that you ended up mentioning, but the Zonia is just buying so much time, and now with the re-engage, there's just going to be so much DPS, they can't really take down anybody. Zamulek still alive somehow, doesn't really have any of his summoners left, so I don't think that Team Nightbirds are going to be too sad about this, because you ended up getting a flash from Rise, a flash barrier from Smolder, even though in these fights it seems like you are just going to get ran down. Frigo with the flash forward, Adi still making it out. Pito, however, is probably just going to end up being CC'd and picked up by Douglas. Frigo connects that Q2 beautifully, grabs another, and now with the recalls.
I'm actually curious on why Petu went Mika's first. To be honest, you have clans on Lara. I mean, I guess you're afraid for double CC, but Redemption is just too strong of an item to not go, you know? Because, yeah, I don't know. Mika's is a weird buy for me, to be honest. Like, if your AD carry can't like properly play after one cleanse, then I don't know. But yeah, I think this game is just Danzo. Like, there is nothing they can do. There's just nothing they can do. I think they just steamroll them over. But we can see that Strode actually did the most damage. I think it was all-inning Zamulek all the time.
farming.
Yeah, farming damage there. But yeah, I guess Sonic is pushing topside and then he's gonna try to group, but they don't care about it. They're just gonna force most likely.
Yeah, I mean Zomulik is on 3 items, even though he does overstep a bit too often. I don't really think he is...
I mean, Azir hurts. You would be surprised. Like, he has 3 items, even though he's behind, he has 3 items.
I mean, Hudar has 4, so
Yeah.
she's also quite strong. Frigo just dashing over the wall, and with these burned up minions, seems like it might end up being both of these inhib towers that end up being taken. Didn't really have a wave top, but Pito now, stuck between a rock and a hard place, immediately gets blown up by Team All In. As without your support, I feel like the engage is going to be quite lacking. And of course, not really a good front line. Adi now next immediately gets pulled back, but that was quite a few ultis that ended up being used. And now here comes the first Nexus tower. That's gonna be the destination, as the Nexus really is the only thing left alive with these minions. The Nexus tower basically negligible. At this point, they're just farming damage in the fountain. That's how strong they currently are.
By the way, I think Douglas ulted 2 times because of Axiomar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulled back
they're
Lee.
actually fighting. Yeah.
And then here, yeah, Axiom is
Another one?
funny item. Come on, man.
Oh, finish.
Even the Zonia's
Yeah.
Roscoe lives in the fountain. 2-0, that is, phew, that was a bit of a roughie. I mean, I feel like Rise just completely took over the game. Smolder, even though he ended up overextending, I feel like every time on mid, and Strode was just so eager to punish him, he still couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he flashed trying to force something on mid when Atakan was up. I guess he wanted to get a kill and then they can maybe shift into Atakan themselves. But yeah, I mean, Team All-In is just playing much better for now. I guess. I mean, I'm hoping Nightbirds can pull back, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, things are looking a bit rough for Nightbirds, as 2-0 means you are on the elimination game. So if Team All-In ends up winning the next one, that is it. They have sealed their ticket to Budapest. So Nightbirds and their fans, obviously, gotta stay strong, and we'll see you in match number 3.
I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern. Hey, I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern.
Big bad bass for your head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top.
Big
Head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. My Rari outruns your Odyssey. I broke it off cause I'm not settling. I got a gift for the lamp on a trip ketamine. Yeah, it's like that. I'm in the girls' mentions. Yeah, it's like that. She got good dimensions. I'm balling. They pay me attention. Going up hydraulic suspension. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. 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 I'm balling, they pay me attention. I'm balling, they pay me attention. I'm balling, they pay me attention. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. My Rari outruns your Odyssey. I broke it off cause I'm not settling. I got a gift for the lamp on a trip ketamine. Yeah, it's like that. I'm in the girls' mentions. Yeah, it's like that. She got good dimensions. I'm balling, they pay me attention. Going up hydraulic suspension. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. 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 I'm balling, they pay me attention. I'm balling, they pay me attention.
Alrighty, we are back. Possibly the final game.
Yeah.
We'll see if Nightbirds ended up kind of mentally resetting, because I mean, being 2-0 in a series, I feel like isn't really the greatest of things, or rather, greatest of positions to be in. So now with 20 champions less and Fearless as well, I feel like a lot of the power picks here have been actually eliminated. So I feel like these pools are gonna slowly maybe start going towards a bit more comfort rather than meta. So I'm wondering, it does seem like Nightbirds still on the red side.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna again ban, I guess. I mean, they want to counter pick. Not sure. Like last game, counter pick didn't really matter. So I'm not sure why they're going for red side. But I guess they have to ban really safe blinds again, which is like Wukong Sion. We saw the Kai'Sa being banned last. I think with this Kai'Sa ban, banning it first because they have it locked, I think they still maybe are thinking of not banning either Sion or Wukong. That's my opinion, if they're banning Kai'Sa first. But we'll see.
Do you maybe handshake Zen Wukong?
Not sure. You can, but I mean, both champs are strong, but I would prefer always Wukong, having Wukong. But we'll see. Poppy ban, standard, I guess. Braum.
Yeah, Braum was banned last match, but in the second phase, actually.
Yeah,
so...
it was banned in the second phase, but I'm surprised it's going to be banned in first. I guess they want to leave, the blue side team wants to leave everything open, kinda, because they're forcing them to ban. Yeah, I mean, I will see. I assume it's gonna be a Yasuo ban this time around.
Yep. As you said, comfort.
Yeah, so Sion and Wukong are both open. That's why Kai'Sa first ban was kind of surprising to me. Yep. So either they have Sion or they have Wukong. They are cooking something up for sure. We'll see.
Yep. I'm genuinely curious, but now onto that third ban. I'm actually wondering, because I feel like, as you've said, Poppy being a triple flex and Braum being a support, Alistar was also, I believe, banned in the first game.
Yes,
but
in the second rotation.
Yeah, Zed.
Zed, yeah.
Quite interesting here. Ban for Audi, who I think actually did play one game of Zed in the T-esports Championship. I think they did end up winning that one. So yeah,
it's gonna be a handshake most likely, as you said. I think Wukong is gonna be picked here.
Yeah, I don't really think you ever let Wukong go.
Maybe they think he's not gonna play it. Ah, yeah, he's just gonna pick it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what are you looking at here? You're either looking at Xin Zhao here. You can do Nocturne, which is whatever.
Maybe Zen Rumble.
I guess so, but I wouldn't say Rumble. Much more sense. But pairing them together, I guess Xin is the only strong jungler right now. I can't really think of others. Yeah, Xin for sure. They can go Rumble, but they can also be picking a mid laner here.
Yeah, I mean, Talia is open. Maybe go for that.
I'm trying to think which champs are still up. Aurora is still up as a flex. They can go to Talia. Oriana, not Oriana, Ari can still work.
Yep.
So maybe they're gonna go Ari Wukong, and then yeah, they pick Talia for that.
Makes sense. I mean, that overall, that's a really strong 2v2 mid jungle duo as well, because of course, the second that Xin knocks you up, there's gonna be W from Talia, and of course, the little minefield of rocks. So I do quite like that, but we're gonna see though what Team All In actually ends up kind of picking up now, because as you've said, Ari still open. Syndra technically still open. There could be a Hui, which could just blow everybody up who is knocked up by Wukong. Seems like it's going to be an Alistar.
I mean, that's the only engaged support that is left open, except for Naut. And you would rather have Alistar than Naut, kinda, because Alistar is, I guess, better comp-wise. You can just tank much more because of the ulti. But yeah, Alistar is a pretty good pick. I wouldn't be surprised if they say that they have a lot of mid laners and then they steal an AD carry pick here.
Corki, maybe?
Can do, yes. Morgana, okay. That's surprising. That's Morgana mid, actually.
Oh, yeah. We have seen one before, and it wasn't really successful, because Morgana specifically, I mean, she did, I think... What was it? I think it was a Blackfire and Leandry's just going for the all-in burn thing. But I feel like in that scenario, you just don't really have a lot of AP damage, so you kind of need to compensate that. And I don't really remember which team it was that ended up picking her, but she didn't really work out. Lulu locked in without a hyper carry, so I think we know what the bans are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to ban Jinx here, most likely. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he needs to go hyper carry. They're banning Varus, so they are playing something low range for sure.
I think you get rid of Sivir, Jinx. What else can work really well with Lulu?
Trying to think.
I mean, Twitch is a solo queue champion, so I don't really think he's going to be
picked. They can go Zeri.
Oh, we haven't seen Zeri yet, I believe.
Zeri's pretty strong.
Yeah, could be. Also really good at sapping away shields, so if they do end up going Locket, that's going to be basically just yoinked. So,
let's see for the bans.
Yeah, I'm wondering, the Jinx makes sense.
Sure. Sivir works with them as well, so yeah, I would ban Sivir as well.
Yeah, I mean...
actually, would I ban Sivir? Alistar is like a big counter to Sivir, so... Not sure. I mean, overall, I guess it's a strong champ, so you can ban it. But let's see what they're thinking.
I feel like more so than relying on the counter pick, I feel like Sivir just being so fast, if she ends up running Ghost and she has Lulu, I feel like in some fights she's just going to be untouchable. Because she can realistically run away from Morgana. If Alistar is never really in that good position for the engage, I feel like you kind of need to get rid of Sivir here in the ban phase, because if she goes through, I feel like she could actually be a really good power pick. Because Xin is mostly going to be, I feel like, peeling with Talia just mowing people down with artillery. And once they get low enough, there's a Sivir ult. If she runs Ghost, they're all just going to go in, so...
I think they're going to ban either Sivir or Zeri here. That's my thought process. And then the enemy team is going to either pick...
Aphelios!
I was thinking of Aphelios being picked by them. I didn't think they're going to ban it, to be honest. So they have Zeri and Sivir both open. Let's see what they go for now.
Yep.
Zeri is more mobile, so it makes more sense, kinda.
Yep. But I feel like if you go Zeri, that's... I don't know in these team fights. Yeah, Sivir, just as I've said, I feel like she's really good.
Yeah, it fits the comp much, much better. Because you just want to run in, kinda. And also, it fits you, because they kinda want to go in with Wukong, so you can run out.
But also polymorph.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna go on AD here with Alistar.
Oh, wait, what if they ball? What if they go like Ziggs or something?
They can.
It's an APC.
But then they need AD top.
Yep. Ambessa is open, actually. In the
Twitch.
Okay, yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, Chief. I feel like this is overcooking a bit.
Yeah, that can be... Okay, either two things. It can be something that he has been playing much. I don't know about this bot matchup a lot. I know that Twitch was usually a pick into Zeri, because it outranges. But into Sivir, I'm not sure how the bot matchup goes. So it's either they played it before and they're comfortable with this matchup, or...
Yeah, okay, the Ambessa.
Or we are 2-0, we can gamble one game.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck, Chief. I feel like that's the angle. Because I personally, especially if you have Morgana, who isn't really going to be
Sorry
providing
to interrupt you,
that
but
much damage.
yeah, that's what I want to say. Bobista is like a known GP player, so it was either GP or Renekton here. Renekton is not banned and it's the best matchup in Tom Bessa, but I'm kind of surprised he actually went GP instead of Renekton, to be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, sorry, you want to say?
No. The thing I kind of wanted to say again, but Twitch to me is of course always going to be the 1v9 glider solo queue champion. He used to be quite good before season like 4, 5, 6, so he definitely has his values. But I feel like the thing that makes Twitch really oppressive is an enchanter. I don't really think that he works that well with engaged supports.
Yes, AD Twitch.
All you think is going to be the AP Twitch.
Possibly, yes. Because Morgana being solo AP kinda is.
Yep.
We'll see.
And that's why I wanted to see kind of Ziggs, because I feel like with Morgana, of course you have the W, but the wave clear really isn't there. Having Ziggs, I feel like, would just enable you to wave clear if need be. You have the ulti, the Q, the E. It's going to be a lot of wave clear. It's a safe lane. Both you and Sivir will scale, and it kind of adds up to the AP damage that you're kind of lacking with the Morgana. But if it is an AP Twitch, I feel like that's just a bit of an APC downgrade.
Yes.
So I feel like this definitely is, as you've said, like, oh yeah, we got two, we can roll.
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I think they're cooking. Let's see. I mean, they had a possibility of going something else. Like Ziggs was pretty okay, I guess. Maybe he doesn't play it. We can't really know. But yeah, we'll see. It's actually the Twitch. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a standard cover, as per usual. I'm curious on how it's gonna be this GP, how it's gonna handle this game, to be honest. Because I don't know this matchup. We don't see GP much often. I think Bobista overall just is a GP player.
Yep. I mean, GP was also there was that funny period in Worlds where GP went bot lane and stuff like that. So I am quite curious. As you've said, we don't really see GP often.
But when you're saying it like that, it's also a swap meta. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he's in swap meta. Like Twitch is kinda whatever. So I'm not sure they're not gonna swap Twitch into GP for sure.
Yeah, I mean overall, might be a dumb question now, but whose draft do you prefer?
I'm not sure. I think because these type of matchups, I don't really know how, you don't see them much often. Like if you think about it, like GP and Bessa, you don't see that matchup really often in this patch. You don't see Morgana Talia matchup that often. I guess it's favored towards Talia early game, but Morgana cannot die and she's just like here to exist and just W the wave as well for wave clear. And also for the bot lane, you don't see that matchup much often. So yeah.
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing in this entire game is Sivir. I feel like if Sivir gets ahead, that is just going to be really rough. But on the other hand, if they end up kind of getting Twitch ahead, he's going to be having like 3-4 items, a black shield, so he can't really be CC'd. There's going to be a Wukong, maybe peeling him with Alistar. That's, I feel like, the dream world for Team All In. But on the other hand, yeah, she does have Ghost. We've seen that quite a lot. Of course, popping the ulti, she's so fast. 3-4 items, I think we've actually seen. I don't remember who played her, but the second he ended up getting like 4 items, he just pressed W in a team fight and 4 people just gone.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'm just thinking about forcing actually something early game.
Yeah, quite early. I do like that. Flash from Douglas. I think that's a fight he is quite confident in taking, but
that's
Stanek.
surprising. I guess he wanted to trade flashes, but he was still having W on Talia. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe everything black happens on Twitch, and then he glides the entire team. But yeah.
That boy's a glider.
Yeah.
A 1v9er.
Brain rot song.
Yeah. I mean, you're casting with me, and I'm the CEO of Brainrod usually, so. But yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be standard. Like, I'm not sure who, I guess, wins early. I'm still thinking, because like all of the champs are kind of evenish for me. Maybe Twitch is I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's evenish draft for me. I would say 50-50. It's dependent on the early game, and then if it takes off from there. They also have good scaling. I think GP and Sivir side outscale rather than Ambessa and Twitch, because Sivir just brings more agency.
Yep.
And GP is just GP. But we didn't see this champ in a long time, so I'm not sure if this champ is actually good or not anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, what do you build on him? Is it still Triforce?
I think maybe you go Triforce and then just full crit.
Because I know there was a little... it was a small period where he was rushing Collector, just getting lethality and just bonking people with barrels. So I'm kind of wondering what the build will be from Babista. But, I mean, the only real frontline of this team is Adi, technically. So I feel like that's also a bit of a... How do you say it? A hindsight thing. Because Twitch on 3-4 items should genuinely be able to melt anybody. And Wukong running Cleaver, getting their armor down. I feel like as soon as he gets crit items, a ZL item, depending on what else Twitch is going to be building, I feel like that actually could be a really good thing for teamfights.
Yeah, both AD carries went cool, so it's gonna be a long game. I think they're just gonna scale. We'll see. Oh, Ghost actually popped.
Yeah, Strode now knocked up. Zamulek with a lethal tempo already moving up. Doesn't seem to have the E, so there we go. Last second E doesn't really do a lot early game, so...
Yeah, it was Alistar Flash popped as well for it.
Yep.
I think they're gonna get punished for this. I think Alistar will die. Fulu just flashes. Not sure, actually she doesn't even need to flash. Oh!
Yeah, the heal comes through,
yeah,
so he is fast enough, so...
Yeah.
He does actually make it out of this situation.
This is gonna be a Drake, I think, start. Or he's gonna cover mid and then play Drake, maybe.
Yep. But I'm so interested in the top lane now, because it feels like the trading has been kind of even. Babista, even with the Qs, ended up kind of being a bit on top. Now Zamulek moving towards Strode. Nice little chunk. Stopped the recall, looking to maybe shove this wave in.
I guess the Drake didn't get started because his bot lane was saying that they want to base, but you're leaving the wave at this state. I mean, your Sivir is ahead. Like 15 CS, which is pretty good.
Yep.
But she's gonna be actually evenish now, because it's slow pushing into Team Walden's bot lane. But yeah, standard game. He's gonna start Drake now from base. Or he's going Scuttle on Drake?
Yeah, I think he is waiting for that scuttle.
I'm actually surprised they're not forcing Drakes early, to be honest. Like if your bot lane is winning that hard. Oh, he started it.
No, he's just doubling it.
Yeah, but this is a bad timer now because Douglas is 6, and also when you had a timer to start it, when you saw Douglas going topside, because that was the only topside camps, like the only 2 camps he had, because they were not mirroring each other. It was Gromp and Wolves, and Adi had the same thing, but on the other side. Yeah. Yep. So in theory, you wanna grief your tempo if you wanna start Drake. Then you just drop those 2 camps, and then start Drake. But I guess my opinion is that he thought he's gonna get 6, and he's like maybe, like I don't know, 2 minions away from 6, and that's why they wanted to maybe fight if they're 6 and 6 both.
Yeah. Yep.
But we'll see now.
Yeah, makes sense. Still, I am wondering, Strode is around halfway to level 6. It does seem like Zamulek actually might end up hitting 6 before him. So, that might actually be a bit of a surprise if Minimatic maybe ends up pulling the trigger. I feel like Pito will need to force...
I think Strode will hit 6 faster because Peto is level 5 now, and these guys were level 5 for a longer period of time, and Strode was left alone.
Yep.
For oh, he's 6 now.
Yep, there we go. As I was saying, Pito will be knocked up now. Here comes the heal, but with the ignite, will the burst be enough? It will not actually. It's gonna be a double for Sivir. Still ends up getting it back with the passive of Twitch.
It's actually surprising that Twitch was 6 before.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I was looking at the XP bar down here.
Yeah, I don't even see it, to be honest. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, actually, yeah, true.
I was also surprised because I was like, okay, no, surely I'm seeing wrong. Because,
yeah.
But it was so purple, I was like, wait, is he actually going to hit 6? But still, though, ended up being quite good for the bot lane of Nightbirds, and now White Grubs will go over to Team All In.
Yeah, as I said, he's going Triforce on GP. Most likely gonna be the standard build was usually you go Triforce and then you buy like 3 Cricklows, and then you just finish like IE, Collector, and something else like LDR. So we'll see if he goes for that.
Yep. I mean, do you actually go LDR this game?
You don't need to, but it's a fine item to have overall. There is not a lot of people that can stack armor, like Ambess is gonna be most likely going Tabis because he's playing into Xin, Sivir and GP, also same for Alistar. So yeah, so 3 Tabis at least are gonna be on the side of Team All In.
Oh, Douglas was looking for it. Seems like he's going to end up being picked up here by Frygo. And that's going to be a 2-man combination right on the top lane, right on time. The GP pick now put a little bit behind, but I think he'll have TP in time. Strode now just kind of running them down, as they do have Adi here. Twitch does have his ulti, he does have his flash.
Oof, if they manage to dive them, I think Twitch game is kinda doomed.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're betting on Minimatic hitting 6 now, because he is going to be able to tank at least a bit more damage, so I think they will decide against it. Because I think the thing
But
with,
I think
like...
you still pull the trigger to dive. You have GPR. Your GP died anyway topside. You just pull the trigger, and you know Wukong is topside and then betting into bot. I guess they were afraid maybe he insta-based and opened bot, which makes sense, but I still think...
Yeah, he just got his ulti now, so...
Cool GP?
Yep.
Okay.
It was like 6 seconds, I believe, on the cooldown. So I guess he didn't really want to give up tempo.
Yeah, that's fine.
But also, there's another thing that I feel like when you're diving with an enchanter, I feel like that is so much rougher than having that engaged support. And if Alistar ends up kind of locking you down, because of course WQ, then the basic stun, you're just so squishy, because like none of these champions can really tank, and I feel like Adi isn't really that tanky yet. So maybe that was kind of the logic, as well as not really losing tempo. So I think they're going to be happy with staying ahead.
Yeah, they don't also have to flip. They're just having a winning position now overall because they won that 2v2 earlier. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's just gonna be a standard game with no mistakes now, unless they like start to force 2v2s or 3v3s, because there is no objectives up.
I do like that the BF sword is on cooldown.
Yeah, true.
That was quite funny. But
it's not gonna count as an 8. Counts back on cooldown.
It's just in your pocket loading.
Yeah.
But yeah, another dive here will come through. Douglas now gets him knocked up, moving away, still spotted by the W. It's going to be the second knock up with the flash away, but Bubista, he is still alive. The 2v2 on bot lane, Pito needing to pop his ulti as Zamulek is free firing. He does have the range advantage, but I don't really think he can do much more than that. Here comes the re-dive, and that's going to be a free pickup with Talia now blocking them off with the wall. Zamulek is just invisible behind it. So he will slip by. Alistar, I feel like, is left to his own devices.
Behind, though.
Yeah. As you've just mentioned now, here comes Frygo, looking to maybe grab a bit more, but the polymorph was so huge. Strode now free firing away, but the shields, they are so big, they are so crucial, but not big enough. And now with Stonic pulling him back, he too loses his life. Nightbirds do end up, I feel like, kind of on top of this situation.
Yeah.
TPing while still not resetting, being around half-ish HP. I think that was a bit of a risky thing, and I mean, look at the server now, 202.
Yeah, 1.1k ahead. I think. Did she buy? She did. Yeah, she has Yuntal now, and Boots finished. I think they're gonna trade Yuntals now. But yeah, this W spell from Lulu is just so annoying. I mean, Frygo, when he gets this out of, he gets enough energy for W and stalls a lot of time, but yeah, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
But overall, I guess Strode and Stanik both capitalized from that, getting ahead. But it's kind of surprising because Frygo made a top lane, then he TP'd bot and then tried to cover bot lane as well. So it allows a bit of GP to get like the free time kind of from that. But yeah, so far so good, I guess, for Nightbirds.
Yeah, this definitely feels like the one for them to crawl back into the series. But We do see a nice little rope here now from Frigo, maybe looking to capitalize on it. Static now is forced to flash the Morgana ult.
Flash for flash. I think if you're Static, you take that, because Morgana flash is much more important than Talia one.
If he doesn't hit Q now, what can he really do as a champion? But yeah, once again, the waves just perma shoved in on the bot lane. It feels like Adi has all the time in the world to really explore this side. Still not a lot of vision, though, in any parts of the jungle as far as Nightbirds are concerned. It's mostly just been the river here.
But Adi wasn't, like, he's not really doing anything overall in the game. Like, he did take the Drake one, but overall he was not, like, shown a lot. Which is kind of surprising as Xin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Wukong wants to get the first item as we see bot play happening.
Yeah, Minimatsiek does end up getting polymorphed. Strode now pulling the trigger. Zamulek dropping quite low. Even now, with the help of a GP ulti, it seems like with the lethal stack, the wall also will fall, but a tad bit too late. Everybody already crossed the border. Adi now looking to grab this fight. Quite a lot of damage now with the Sundered Sky in his pocket, and of course Conqueror being stacked. It feels like Nightbirds are leveraging their small leads quite well. Just they continually push Sivir ahead. He's already up 1.8k in 15 minutes. He's just eating waves up. I mean, the second he WQs a wave, the wave is gone basically. Yep. So.
Also, he finished call now. Yeah, I mean he's really strong. I think if you can't lock him in place to one-shot him, which is also kind of hard because you have Lulu. Yeah, I don't know. It's looking a bit rough for Team All In, to be honest.
Yep. The game has been paused. We are, of course, not really sure why. But with the current game state, it is. I feel like it's quite interesting now with all the things considered. The Sivir pick absolutely paying off as far as dividends are concerned. Morgana, as you've said, kind of doesn't really have agency if she doesn't have flash, because you gotta hit the Morgana Qs, and I feel like in a lane where Talia can just be 5 gajillion kilometers away, Q the wave, be really safe, I feel like she's just gonna be permanently not even in range of a Q, or she's gonna be so far away that it's so easy to dodge.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the call is gonna be, because it feels like by the second they kind of keep falling even further behind. And with Sivir being so strong, as you've said, you need to lock her down. But how do you do that? Ghost, ulti, Lulu, like polymorph on any champion that ends up kind of diving right on top of her. And not to mention, everybody's going to be slowed, whoever dives, because there's a GP ult as well, probably right on top of her.
I mean, what I'm thinking, I'm actually just having the draft in my head. Like, you willingly pick Twitch into Sivir to go to lose 2v2 bot. Like, you saw Lulu on 3, you knew they are gonna go hyper carry. You banned Jinx and Aphelios, so there is only few options left, which is like Zeri or Sivir. And then they picked Sivir on 4, and then you willingly picked Twitch into it, which is kind of like, for me, I don't understand why. So, and then you still pick it and lose 2v2. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that was, but yeah, I mean, Sivir just out of hand now, kinda. They still can lock her down. People make a lot of mistakes, so like they can throw the game, of course. But yeah, for now it's looking kinda rough. We'll see how, because Lulu has redemption and heal and ult, and Sivir has E, and she has flash, and she has ghost.
Everything.
Yeah, so unless Sivir grieves the positioning and throws everything before you actually can go on top of her, like for me, Wukong needs to find like a good engage with like Morgana E and then just forcing stuff out.
Yep.
Or Lulu has to overextend and then you catch her off guard, and then that's something that's kind of like easier for you to access Sivir then, because there is no survivability in that case. But yeah, we'll see. Herald is being forced though.
Yep. The team fighting may actually end up happening. Pito with the ward now spots Douglas. Adi even ended up kind of hitting Minimatsiek now, so the flank of Alistar isn't really going to come through. There we go. That's what they needed. Strode, though, still alive. Free firing away in the backline. Zamulek does find Pito, and here comes Frigo knocking him up. This is the fight they wanted. This is the overstep. A triple for Twitch to kind of bring him back into the game. All that gold lead now on 4.
I mean, we just spoke about it like 1 minute ago, which is just so surprising. Like I thought, I knew that somebody is gonna look for like Wukong most likely is gonna look for engage, which he did.
Yep.
And then he went on Sivir, forced things off of her, and then Lulu was caught off guard, or like as I said, she's gonna get caught if she overextends or something.
Yep.
Which happened. No survivability. And Sivir is alone and just get triple kill on Twitch, which is now the game is completely like even kinda. Like
Yep.
Twitch is on 2 items now. Yeah.
It's quite interesting. I really didn't think that this was gonna happen. But hey, you know what they say? This is just the caster curse.
True.
It's a normal occurrence. The second you kind of hype something up, it ends up the opposite ends up kind of happening. Zamulek is gonna be able to get out of this one with a Q, but now rooted. Minimatsik looking to kind of smack him into the wall, but Mrozku doesn't really have that much damage. Douglas even needing to walk through the tower to actually get here on time, as the Stonic is just buying so much time. But nothing really to claim yet. We do see the GP on the side lane, and Sivir looking to at least grab the tier 1 on mid.
When there was like a damage graph shown, Sivir actually did 13k, and the second in-game was like 6.7 or 7k.
Jesus
So
Christ.
it's like double the damage almost. And also, the total gold in-game, Twitch has the most actually.
That
So,
is
so yeah, after being down 2k 1 minute ago, he's the gold leader kinda.
Yep.
Yeah, Mrozku is gonna get this tower. He's chilling in the game. He's just gonna W this now, most likely base and go for Liandris. Actually, Horizon Focus is not that bad as well. But yeah, also Zonia going second is not that bad, because Morgana just benefits from that Zonia.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of AD threats as well.
Yeah, Zonia is not that bad, we'll see. GP is going for the Collector. Oh, he's going Rylai's. Surprising. When your double is the only spell that you can actually hit insta to slow.
Yeah,
But okay, we'll see.
quite interesting.
I mean, I guess Leandre doesn't make sense because they're not that stacking HP.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see.
Does the ulti, as it hits, slow somebody down?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay. Then it does seem like with Drake spawning in around 1 minute 30, Team All In already kind of in the jungle, setting up some vision. As
Yeah, but they're gonna have
Babista-
to catch top soon. GP is just free scaling here. It's kinda. Yeah, I wouldn't allow him to free scale, to be honest. He has second item most likely now in base, which is Collector, and most likely going third IE. He's gonna be a pain. If he gets one battle off on Twitch on someone, he's gonna hit hard, like a truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ambessa is basing, most likely has second item as well, which is gonna be the Sundered Sky. So she's gonna... No, it's actually
Ooh,
Shojin.
Yep.
Nice.
I do like Shojin and Ambessa, I think, especially because, like, with the length of these fights, which really aren't that quick, I feel like proccing Sundered twice would be good, but having Shojin, I think, is always going to be beneficial, and that's just a rat who can't move. He was knocked up twice.
No, but that spell from Lulu W is so annoying. Oh, but still, re-engage is coming in.
Yeah, Mrozku now looking to stop Adi with the TPs now coming through. Minimatsik actually ended up forcing Stonic out of this Adi in the middle of everything, and now the knockups come through. Alistar just unkillable. They're mowing them down one by one. Stonic, he tried to do something, but with the Alistar just Wing him out of the fight, it feels like he can't really get there in time. Same thing with Babista, who did have TP, but didn't really end up TPing, so
Oh,
he's
Talia just
walked back
walked,
top.
so Herald doesn't hit mid tower.
Yeah.
But actually, he starts attack on solo. Twitch is opening towards bots, and they're gonna have to answer top though, because they have no TP, so maybe they even give the tower. Depends, if they know that they're on the Atakan. It seems like they do, because Babista is pinging that he's playing that top. If he gets the tier 2, I mean, I wouldn't underestimate GP ability to actually 1v9 the fight. Like, if he gets one barrel good off, he's gonna make, like, he's gonna do 1k damage to everyone. But he's gonna suicide for the tier 2? No? Okay, no. So they're defending 2 plays at the same time, which is kinda surprising. There are 3 at Drake, doing Drake, and there is 2 top.
Yeah. And that actually might just be the way
Yeah.
that Nightbirds end up kind of forcing themselves into this.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you cannot force 2 plays at the same time. Like, as soon as they show top, they know that if they're doing Drake, they're gonna they're gonna
Yep.
be screwed. So yeah, they just gave a free Drake and free kill. But look at this, W from Lulu. You can't do anything. Look at this.
But I love that it's a knock-up with the Lulu ult,
Yeah.
polymorph, into knock-up from Xin, as you're still polymorph.
Also, this fight wouldn't happen if Adi positioned properly and doesn't get hit by Morgana Q rather than just standing behind it.
Yep. 100%, but that was a huge knock-up there, actually, from
Yeah.
Alisor, getting 3 people up. So beautifully done, all in all. But now that's a third Drake for Nightbirds. And I feel like this Soul especially is going to be so huge.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the survivability of Sivir, and then, of course, having so much utility on our team to actually still be alive. With that Soul, I feel like it's just going to be so hard to actually kill her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Ambessa items, and if she gets this Dead Stance off to 3 into 3, like 80 damage dealers, she is gonna be so like hard to kill. But yeah, I mean, with that play of them showing S2 topside when Babista was hitting the tier 2 and 3 of them doing Drake, they actually gave a winning chance to Nightbirds because of the Soul. So they have Soul Point now, and they can choose to dictate the game for the next how many minutes, because there are no other objectives gonna be up.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And actually, Sivir is actually ahead now.
Yep. Quite a solid margin as well, 700. Looking to probably finish that item soon. Adi here has been picked off, and yeah, I don't really think he should be by himself in the jungle with no vision at all, especially when half the enemy team is missing.
I mean,
But-
I saw Stanik was... They didn't know where they were, to be honest. Stanik was standing in the top bush, like near the tier 2. He didn't want to go more because he was expecting them to be maybe topside as well. So I guess he didn't know where they were. But Stanik will actually end up getting the tier 2, which is pretty good for him. Just 700 gold in his pocket.
Nice sidestep also by Stanik. Mrozku really having no chance to even try and catch up with him. But yeah, as you've said, that's dance now completed.
Oof, that's gonna be a pain. This Abyss is really strong. Like, it's gonna take a long time to kill her.
Especially with the shields. I mean, of course, Eclipse, W.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you go GP, like, LDR is pretty good. Like, you have Dead Stance, you know. Just for Ambessa, even. Like, who's gonna kill her? But, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Adi has been spotted again. But now Stanik is here to help out. Pito already dropping the redemption now with all of those knockups. Douglas needing to flash away. Still, though, they are locking them down. Twitch free firing, but I don't think he can get out of this, as both him and his support will end up losing their lives over this play. Douglas kind of caught with his pants down.
Yeah. Baron is spawning in 5 seconds after he's, or like 3-4 seconds after he spawns himself. But I'm not sure, like, these lane assignments I don't understand, because you're putting Morgana into GP, GP can just W your Q or ult or whatever. You're never gonna win it. So, not sure what they're doing. Like, if you put Ambessa into GP, GP cannot play the game. So I'm not sure what's happening here right now.
Yep. I mean, I guess it is a bit rough because, like, as you've said, Morgana can't really match it. I feel like putting Twitch in the side lane is also just going to be straight
Can
up
work.
suicide.
Sometimes no, I mean,
Really?
sometimes can work because AD carries are much better side laners than mid laners in general, unless you're playing like Azir or something like.
Yep.
But AD carries are much more mobile usually and dish out much more damage when people get on top of them. Like, as a controlled mage, you need to hit spells, but you know. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like, if I'm Team Olin, I'm just putting Ambessa into GP all the time, just perma-bullying him. He actually has IE now, so he's really strong as well. We'll see. It seems like Morgana is actually going for Horizon focus rather than Zonia.
Yep, but here is Adi. Will he be the one who ends up kind of being caught off guard now? Douglas and Mrozku both slowly joining the fight. Adi is really playing with fire, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but this is pretty good. Minimagic is now chunked, he can be back. He has red buff. He's not gonna reach into full.
Does he have ulti?
He does, yeah. And this is Soul Point.
Yep.
So this fight actually is gonna dictate the entire game. If All-In wins this fight and they get the Drake, I think they're chilling. But let's see how it gonna end up.
Yeah, Zomulik was still kind of stealthy though, as the wards, I believe, are gonna be stopped by the control ward, so they might actually be looking for a bit of a cheeky flank. Stonic, though, is kind of aware. Frygo, it seems like he's going to be the one to actually pull the trigger, and now with the Talia wall kind of stunning them all in, Douglas looking for that engage, but here comes the redemption. Frygo still on the back line, he gets fried. Absolutely nothing that he can do in this position. Mrosku probably will be ran down by Bubista.
Yeah, I think this is GG. I think they're gonna run it down mid and end, because Mrosku can't hold anymore.
Yeah, they got the wave, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing, to be honest, in the last 10 minutes of the game. I think they had the... Oh, they actually don't want to end. They're actually going for Baron. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Like, lane assignments overall were kinda meh. I think the Drake, the game-winning thing for Nightbirds was that point where Bobista was hitting top tower, and they showed us two while they're doing Drake at the same time. So they gave them soul point, and then they have to fight for this Drake as well. When like Twitch is almost close to third item, Morgana is almost close to third item, so they were kind of forced to take a fight that they don't want to. And now it's kind of looking rough, to be honest. But we'll see if Timoin can pull some miracle fight like they did before we went.
Yeah, I mean, you can never really put it besides them. They crawled back once. Maybe they can do it again. But I believe right before this fight, the gold leads, yeah, they are now quite
Douglas didn't go for smite, or he was smited? Yeah. Drake? Oof, but that cheapy barrel.
Yeah, it was a big bonk.
Yeah.
Even here, Bubista decided against pursuing the Morgana any longer. Stonic, though, will be slowed, but that's a Baron up minion wave. Also, once again, sending Bubista, playing 4-1, I feel like is going to be so chill for them now. Just get rid of the tier 2 bot lane. There's going to be an Elder in around 4-ish minutes, so I feel like those are going to be some other win cons that Nightbirds can actually claim. Bubista just smacking away. GP just mowing down these turrets.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow siege now. For 2 lanes. Talia should stay mid and she can... Oh, but Douglas actually, look at his flank. He's an agent. Let's see.
Hold on, there's gonna be the engage now. Douglas immediately going in, that's gonna be a 2-man ulti, 4-man actually. They all get knocked up, but there's just no damage on the back line. Look at Bubista, he is just so far on that flank, and even with probably the best shot they've had, they still cannot get anything more than 1 kill.
Yeah, I think this is... I mean, this is game over for sure. I mean, yeah, they cooked. They cooked for sure this game.
Yep.
That was the one game we said, I mean, we'll see what they are gonna do now. I think they're just gonna say, let's finish this, but we'll see if they actually gave confidence to Nightbirds to actually...
Yeah, make it back.
Yeah, make it back, possibly.
This is the first good step, absolutely, but I am not gonna lie, what is this draft? Like, Morgana mid, Twitch ADC, I don't really know, I feel... Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like this was just overcooked. I feel like the chef just ended up burning the entire meal that they tried to cook up. But all in all, still, good for Nightbirds. Bringing it back. Game 4 now on the horizon. Can they go all the way? Reverse sweep to make it to Budapest. And I feel like getting some wind in your sails from of course, winning that one match is going to be quite crucial.
True. I think this is a pretty good step into that direction, so... We'll see.
Yep, we'll see what awaits us in Game 4, as Lord knows there are probably quite a few picks we're not really going to be expecting, but before that, a small break.
pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern. Hey, I got the style and pattern. Yeah, I got the style and pattern.
Big bad bass for your head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top.
Big
Head top. Bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top. Big bad bass for your head top.
Alrighty, we are back. Game 4 on the horizon. Nightbirds actually ended up kind of pulling it back in the last game here, but now things could slowly be shifting. A lot of champions actually are eliminated, 30 to be exact, and with the pick and ban phase, we're now also going to be losing another 10. So I am quite wondering now, as it seems like Team All In, this is the third game in a row that they're kind of on that blue side. So what do you kind of think of this?
I mean, I still think Pop is gonna stay banned. Oh, they're actually banning Vi. Maybe they're changing something the same way Nightbirds did, but I think Sion should be still banned. Because I think the champ is just too strong at this point on. They don't have a lot of picks to actually play into it. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like the most picked top laners into Sion were both Gwen and Aatrox.
And Ambessa.
And look at this.
Yeah,
all of them
all three,
gone.
yeah.
So, yeah, Lucian actually ends up being banned. I think we've seen one Braum Lucian game, but Braum actually on the other side is going to be banned.
I'm looking here because they are leaving Poppy open. Meanwhile, they banned it all the time. So we'll see what they're trying to cook here. Yeah, I guess Sion should be banned from their side now.
Yep. No need to ban Wukong now, as it was played last game, so that I feel like that's going to open up a few more bans here for both teams, of course. But what I'm wondering about, like, of course, Agron, who actually played in quarters, had quite an interesting champion pool.
Yeah.
And I feel like not really a lot of people are kind of willing to go into these champions, and especially one that I feel like is really strong but isn't picked for some reason, Diana. And also enabling your mid laner to run somebody who is maybe AD, I feel like that is also quite huge.
They have big Yasuo players on this team. So
Diana
maybe,
Yasuo ballin'?
maybe, but we'll see. Zed ban, so Poppy is open. Not sure what they're doing with that. I guess they want to either first pick it or leave it to them and then counter pick because they found something else into it.
Yasuo.
Yasuo ban, yeah. So from junglers that are open, Trundle is one of the strong ones. it
Yep.
was usually picked. Vi is banned, so there is no Vi here. Pantheon you can still shift into if you wish.
I mean, I feel like Pantheon, whenever he gets picked, the response is 90% of the time Trundle,
Yeah.
who just ends up running him down early
Yeah.
game.
This is the only engage soup that was actually left open, so it makes sense they actually first pick it. They can match Poppy into that if they want to.
Yeah, also, by the way, Kai'Sa is open.
Kai'Sa is open.
Kai'Sa not would go crazy. That is such a
True.
good bot
But they
lane.
can take it away if they want to now.
Yeah. I think they need to, actually. Because what other carries, other than like Corki?
Kai'Sa, yeah. Corki is still open. They can play high range into it. They can do Ziggs, for example, as you said.
Yep.
Not sure if Zamolek is a big Draven player, but you can also do Draven if you want to. Aphelios is up, Jinx is up, Varus is up.
Ooh, I think Varus would actually be really good, especially with Nautilus just locking somebody down. Varus getting the free burst. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like if you kind of go Varus, Ahri,
Poppy,
that's going to be a bit of an Exodia. But Poppy, as you've said, not being banned, ended up being picked here, kind of denying the engage. Such a good champion, especially for the Nautilus hook, because
Yeah.
even if it lands, you end up outside of it, so you can't W passive stun
I
somebody.
think if you're team all in, I think you just go Varus here, to be honest.
Yep.
And the jungle department, I mean, you have Trundle. Like, I don't see why not go for that. Let's see, I'm curious what they're gonna pick here.
Yep.
Last
still
second,
waiting.
yeah, it's Varus.
Nice pick.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think Varus is so good. And as I've said, I would genuinely love an Ahri now. Because I feel like the lockdown potential of just those three champions are so insane.
Yeah, but if you go Ahri into Poppy and Kai'Sa, and then you just, like, let's say they pick Syndra or something, like, I think Ahri just suffers a lot. Nocturne,
Okay,
okay, makes chaos, it's pretty good. This enables Akali and Aurora both, because they want chaos, and they, if he turns off the lights, like Akali on a flank or Aurora on a flank, you're just screwed,
Yep.
kinda. He actually went Silas. Okay, and then they're gonna ban, what, 2 counters for it? But I would... maybe it's Silas Jungle. Maybe it's Silas Jungle and then Poppy goes Soup.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that that is gonna
What do
be...
you ban here
the
if
move.
you're team all in? I guess you just ban top laners.
Yeah, but like, what even is left? Ornn?
Renekton?
Renekton,
Yeah, Renekton, I think. You ban Renekton and Ornn is pretty good, yeah. Let's see.
I mean-
they banned Aurora, which, yes, yeah, for Nocturne is
Yeah,
pretty
you
good.
said it perfectly. Just thriving in chaos. But yeah, I'm genuinely wondering now with the Aurora ban, what's kind of gonna end up happening? Because Nocturne, of course, being an AD jungler, does enable the double AP shenanigans to kind of go on solo
Ooh,
lane.
Rumble is
is open
True.
still, so that could potentially be a possibility. But also, I mean, yeah,
They think that they think that it's actually not jungle, but I have a feeling I mean I guess Nocturne is pretty good into Silas, but yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna blind Silas like that on mid lane, especially when there is like a lot of things open, you know.
yeah.
Let's see. I mean, Akali would make the most sense here, but also maybe he's comfortable. Yahweh is okay as well. Victor is still up, which is
Yeah,
one
that
of
is
the-
true.
one of the strongest champs.
Yep. What do you ban though?
I mean, if they're targeting junglers, they should either ban a second jungler or ban a safe blind pick on here, because they're gonna flex to those 2 champs. So either Renekton or another jungle ban is what makes sense here. So let's see, or Ornn, potentially.
Yeah. I think Ornn would go bananas for
Sejuani.
Nightbirds.
Okay.
Okay.
Silas makes sense.
Yeah, that is a strong duo, especially with Silas, of course, just auto attack, resetting everything in existence. But
What they did previously is they allowed Bobista to have counter pick for 2 games in a row, I think. 3 games in a row? 2 games?
Yep.
Not sure. No, 2 games in a row. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually break the flex now and then leave counter pick for Bobista. So let's see what happens here. I
Yep.
don't know what you should pick here, honestly. Like Trundle, Skarner.
Skarner,
Yeah,
okay,
the-
so yeah, Silas mid, Poppy
Silas
support.
is mid, yeah, Poppy support, and then
Yep.
they leave counter, so they broke the flex. Yeah, I don't know. This can also still be Poppy top, and then pick another support here, but I don't know what you should go with Kai'Sa because that's the only engage you have, kinda.
Yeah, and also it's good into Nautilus as well, so...
Yeah, that the only thing you can go is Blitzcrank, but...
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna want
or
that.
Maokai. Maokai is also fine. But yeah, let's see. Casio into Sylas, insane, to be honest. Also, it's good into Skarner because you can just W.
Yep. Definitely a good champion, and now the only thing left really is to pick the top laner, so...
I mean, save blinds.
Yeah.
Ornn, Renekton, like, make the most sense, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like you actually kind of go Renekton, because I feel like with Ornn, that's such a good ulti that Sylas can steal.
True, true.
And with both carries being immobile, that's gonna backfire, I feel like.
I would rather have Yorick, okay?
Ooh, yeah, good.
Yeah, I would rather have, to be honest, how do you say it? Renekton ult rather than Ornn ult.
On Sylas?
Myself. Yeah, because, I mean, it is a good engage tool for Sylas, but Renekton is just, ult is just buys so much time. The AoE actually does insane amount of AP damage, you will be surprised. And just increases the survivability, and I think in the fights, it's not about having good ults, it's like on ult. It's just about how much time he can stall, because he's gonna go the Proto Belt Rift Maker build, I assume, unless he goes like for the Rod of Ages. And if you have Renekton and then Renekton ult, I think, yeah, Mordekaiser makes sense. I think Renekton ult for me, for example, is better. But,
Yeah, no, I think that's valid.
Mordekaiser last pick makes sense. It has a lot of pry on worlds as well.
Yeah.
Not sure how the matchup goes in top lane. I wouldn't be surprised if Yorick just stomps that. But yeah, we'll see. Overall, draft, I think I like the all-in more. It just makes... It's, how do you say it, like, you need to make less mistakes.
Yeah, it's a bit easier to execute.
Yeah, like if you make a lot of mistakes as this team, you still are good into enemy. So I think it's up to Nightbirds to do the things. Like,
yeah, I mean, the thing that I was kind of worried about, like, of course, starting with Poppy, she is a flex, but the amount of engage really wasn't there, and I feel like with Mordekaiser now also being added to the mix, he really also isn't necessarily engaged. Sure, he can take somebody out of the fight, so that's always going to be good.
Yeah.
But the only real engage they have is Skarner. So, and I feel like the second you ended up kind of maybe bonking him away, or maybe Nautilus just kind of locks him down so they can't really get to the carries of Team All In. I feel like that's just going to be such a rough spot to be in, because the ults that Sylas can take, I mean...
Nocturne now, I think they are both fine ults, but I'm just thinking like you have Nocturne into Mordekaiser and Poppy, and the way they want to start fights as the red side is that Poppy knocks away someone, and then, you know, you have a main advantage on fight. Or if you're playing an objective, you want Morde to ult the jungler, but you have Nocturne, which can just press W and then negate that thing. So unless you force the W beforehand, I don't see how they can do something, unless, as I said, Poppy gets like a 2-3 man ult, you know. But yeah, we'll see. I think Sylas is gonna have a really hard time. I think this game is going to be around 2v2 on mid. I think if Skarner can find an angle on Casio, it's gonna be good. If not, I think the Mrosku is just gonna run this over with win.
And I think this is the quickest pause we've had, actually. So, smurfing it in that department. But yeah, as I said, quite an interesting team comp. I mean, Skarner with the suppression, I feel like could do a lot, especially considering that, as you've said, it's chaos. Maybe Skarner ends up finding a really good engage, because Casio and Varus, as we've said before, they are not really mobile champions. Casio can't really build boots.
Yep.
Varus, immobile by himself, does have a little bit of speed from Youmu's, I suppose, but that's about all.
Oh, level 1 aggression, actually.
Yep, Bito forced to flash. Does have Hex Flash in lane, so...
Oh, what happened is actually they put Casio into Mord and Yorick into Sylas.
That is interesting.
Surprising, to be honest.
Yeah.
I guess Morde hard wins Yorick, and that's why he didn't want to play, and Casio doesn't care about matchups, but you are playing Casio into Sylas, which is like one of the best kind of matchups you can get.
Yep.
So I'm not sure. I guess it's either Fraigo is not comfortable playing that, or he just thinks that this...
Yeah. I guess you just go from hard winning to neutral winning.
I guess.
So I guess that's kind of the logic.
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the top matchup like Yorick and Morde, but yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
see.
I feel like Yorick would grasp. Obviously, just looking to kind of shovel you down in that 1Q. Of course, run away. But oh, nice hook there from Minimot. 6, Strode isn't really going to be tanking a lot more damage because it's going to be Pito who falls down to half HP. But as I was saying, I feel like in that matchup, the second that Morde gets 3, I believe he just pulls him in, smacks him away, and if the cage doesn't stop him, I feel like that's just an auto-lose trade. So,
Yeah, I mean, also something to point out is that Varus is actually going on hit, and I think it's pretty good. Oh, top lane actually is getting ganked.
yeah, quite early there from Adi. The flash will have to come through, even though he was grounded. That's going to be a flash. Brings him right back, Mroscoe, with the stacked Conqueror, but no mana. He can't fight back at all, as first blood here goes to the Nightbirds.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's... How do I explain it? Like, this swap is bad just because of that. Like, you're putting Cassio on a long lane. Oh, we are actually having a bot fight.
Yep, Pito.
Pet is just that he has no flash
Blown
on
up.
level 1. What I was saying is that you're putting Cassio, that is immobile champ, on a long lane versus 2 champs that can kind of catch up easy. I mean, Skarner can, Morde can't really. You lost your flash. Like, from this point on, it's not hard winning and neutral anymore. I think it's just neutral, or like
Neutral losing.
losing neutral, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Silas is just chilling right now. But we'll see. I mean, bot has a big lead so far.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like, now that you've kind of mentioned it, of course, being neutral, stuff like that, and Cassio being immobile on these long lanes, now I definitely am more inclined to agree that that was a bit of a mistake, because consider, like, if Yorick falls behind in a bad matchup, he still is just going to split push away. Yeah. If Cassio falls down behind, that's a lot of agency you ended up kind of missing, and now even he gets pulled back here by Adi. Even Pito has arrived. Frygo, that is a nice cage that does enable him to live. But as I was saying now, Cassio a bit behind Yorick, really not that much ahead.
No.
So, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I think the swap is kinda...
I think they overcooked.
Weird. I don't know who called it or what happened. Oh, but Stanik is actually overextending. He's gonna most likely need to flash. Yeah. Burning flashes here is good. That means that they can't play really aggro anymore on mid. But also what is really good thing to point out is that Nocturne is 20 CS up on Skarner, so when Skarner did a top play, Nocturne just took everything from him, kinda, and full cleared. Skarner is on his second clear now, and he's level 3, and Douglas is level 5. So, yeah.
Yep, he's going to be able to arrive quite a bit earlier. Adi does seem like he's willing to kind of commit to this, but Frygo now connecting those ghouls, flashing into W healing. I don't really know what's happening on mid because we got to fight in the bot lane. Pito, another time, second in a row that he ends up being taken down, and Nautilus ends up kind of picking up the slack. Adi will fall. Stonic lives with a sliver of HP. And it's just fighting all over the place. It's an all-out fist fight.
I mean, now the swap doesn't kind of matter again, because like Douglas built a big lead over the jungler because Adi skipped camps and ganked top, and Morozko is still winning. So unless they had a plan to just perma play into, I don't know how he didn't see him. He didn't see him, I think. But even though that Adi was playing into top. I think this Cassio is now chilling, you know?
Yeah.
So, unless they had a plan to just perma-gank Cassio off cooldown, it doesn't make sense to gank level 3 to lose like entire camps on both sides. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was honestly beautifully done from Douglas. Not much really can be said, recognizing the opportunity, of course going for it. And 1.5k is the gold lead now for Team All In. Minimatsiek was looking for that hook now onto Adi. Just kind of delaying him a bit more as far as tempo is concerned, because Douglas is already up on the top side, and he might be
Douglas
looking for an invade, because his red buff will be up soon. Roscoe, just melting Bobista, but doesn't really have a lot of mana to play with.
Yeah, he has a plant he can get on river, but he's gonna opt into base. Douglas is 6 soon. I'm not sure after this Gromp or couple of more, but he's gonna be entire level ahead of Adi soon. And this 6 is gonna, yeah, he's 6 now after Gromp, and they're gonna play grabs, and Adi's not gonna be 6 and Nocturne will, which is gonna be a big thing.
Adi again kind of needing to cover mid here, as this matchup is definitely swinging into Yorick's favor now. I mean, having Sheen and Grasp, I think that's just a strong lane spike, but yeah, as you were just pointing to me, it's basically double his CS in jungle.
Yeah. We'll see, actually. They're not
Oh wait,
playing
but the ulti comes through. It's going to be an all-in here. Strode does still have his own. Doesn't have the cleanse anymore. We'll have it in probably, what, 70-ish seconds, I believe?
They actually see Legless on ward. Grabs are spawning. They're playing for grabs.
Look at Maiden, just chilling. It's going to be Pito, who ends up kind of stopping the recall. The flash now in ulti is not even, I think, going to be enough. Zamulek will be out of here. Same with the Nautilus, the W connects. I think that was a bit scary for a moment.
But this is good for Nightbirds bot, because they can actually get a bit of a lead now. They know they are not playing grabbies. They're gonna actually base, not gonna play for plates here. Guess they're disrespecting.
Yeah, Moscow is in the ulti, I believe.
He is, yeah.
So he's going to be kiting away slowly. Here comes the Nocturne now with the gank, but Bobista still ends up finding that kill. Douglas now will just run him down. In this 1v1, I do believe that he is still the stronger champion.
How much grabs did he? Oh, he got 2. Okay, 1 is left.
No.
I'm curious what's gonna happen to that one grabby.
Is he going to recall?
He's pinging it. Oh, he's gonna base, okay. But I'm not sure if Douglas is gonna go for it. Maybe he checks only with the plant, or he goes blue.
Yep.
No, he goes blue, okay.
I mean, of course, having no vision, you're never really guaranteed
Oh,
to...
they're reswapping lanes.
Oh. Uh-oh. I think Bobista has had enough.
Yeah,
of
but
the
this is,
snake.
again, I don't know. Frago has a lot of gold on him, I think. But they're actually swapping again. I think Frago is just gonna walk top, or he's gonna do the grub
Grubby, yeah.
solo.
I think he does Grubby walk top.
Possibly, but let's see. If Moscow can get Prio and run mid, if they wanna reswap, but I don't think so. I think he's gonna. Oh, I think he's gonna do the grabby and then base and TP mid.
Yeah, could be. We'll see. Because I genuinely thought that maybe Cassia was going to shove the wave and then immediately start moving towards mid.
Yeah,
so...
I was thinking the same thing, but the wave is coming in now, so it takes a bit of time. They're gonna lose one wave mid, or they already pushed it in. Yeah, okay, we get one pot. Yeah,
Yeah, the debate pause.
debate, yeah.
But yeah, the gold lead, 2.2k, that's quite a hefty lead. Mostly on the support, surprisingly, and the jungler of Team All In.
Yeah, that's from the early game. But let's see.
Yeah. The only completed item actually is the Hexblade on Douglas, so I think he's going to be quite happy about that. All of his bot camps are up, even though it seems like there is a ward, but the 2v2s just keep swinging in the favor of Team All In. Frigo now may even get a solo bolo. One hit is all he needs, but the W healing just ended up being too much, and those chains are gonna be put right around his neck.
Yeah, this is pretty good for Nightbirds, because Silas has TP and he can just TP and catch this wave, so they didn't really actually lose anything.
Yeah. The amount of pings here.
Yeah, Cassie is actually walking topside now, but
Yep.
Zamulek is just overextending and he's dead.
Yep.
Yeah, this dead doesn't really matter. Drake was theirs anyway, because Frago was dead and he has no TP, and they're actually swapping lanes, so...
Yep.
This dead is an empty death and he has broken base, so he's chilling, I think.
Pito once again just walking into Miniwatsiak, but ooh, yeah,
Hook. Yeah, I mean...
a bit wide.
Silas and his maiden as well.
We got 2 maidens in a game. How often can you say that?
True. Okay, the first Drake is going to Nightbirds.
Yep. Douglas though, still kind of just chilling around, maybe
32
waiting for a
CS
good
up,
hook.
Yeah, 32 CS up.
I just love Silas walking with his
Walking with
mate
the maiden,
towards
yeah.
mid.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like...
I don't know if he should have went in there. Pito was, I think, playing with his life a little bit.
I'm still thinking about this swap. Like, first it was not good, then it was good, and now it's again not good. So I'm not sure.
A little bit of a trampoline, just
Yeah,
jumping
yeah.
up and down.
'Cause at first they were like losing, then they started winning because of that mid fight that happened, and then now they're losing because Bobista had a roam on top and killed Frigo on that timer. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's still in even state, I would say. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll see. The Nocturne is the big point for me.
Waving goodbye to his maiden.
His wife is gone. 50 G's in the pocket.
Oh, that is unlucky.
Yeah, Douglas for me is like the point that I'm looking at. He's the he has the most gold in the game. He has 5 more stacks of the jungle item. Meanwhile, Adi has 11. So yeah, we'll see how much chaos he can create after. I would have loved if they went like a Kali or something and then just kill matchup mid and just create more chaos with Nocturne, but
Yeah.
just hope that this Casio can get back into the game. He is going the Road of Ages build. Sometimes you go, sometimes you don't.
I mean, it is interesting that he is 55 gold up
Yes,
somehow.
true. Even though Silas has 1 kill.
Quite interesting, I'm not gonna lie. All the AD carries are back on the bot lane as supports are still kind of hanging around river. There is quite a bit of vision here for Team All In, which of course I think is gonna benefit them quite a bit. Even the control ward now will spot Adi, so Frigo just backing away. I don't know if he ended up getting that cannon. I think that might have been a -1.
Maiden is spawned.
Yeah.
This mid tower is going down.
Your wife is now my wife.
3 plates down on mid tower.
Yeah.
And now its plates are gone now, so the tower is gonna be even lower HP kinda.
Oh, didn't get that plate in time.
Yeah.
That is, I think, heartbreaking. Could have been some
Still.
free gold. But yeah, with Demolish, the Q, the Maiden, you're just chipping away at those towers. Even Adi here might end up kind of smacking him into a wall, but I don't think Frigo even cares. Even now with Minimatsiak and Pito arriving. I think he's actually lucky he didn't hit that hook. I'm not gonna
I think
lie.
it was actually fine because Nocturne was behind him with ult. But we'll see. Herald is spawning in 25 seconds. Silas is going bot. He has TP. Varus is opening bot, which is surprising again. I think what should be done here is that Varus pushes this wave, bases, goes mid, and Frigo is opening bot with TP. But we'll see if that actually happens.
Oh, okay, the ulti was actually used for the slowdown. He is committing to an all-in, but on the other side of this equation, Minimatsiak here has been spotted. Not even the blast cone can save his life.
Yeah, they're doing the thing I just said, but I think they realized late. I don't know why, in my honest opinion, I don't know why Minimatsiak was taking bot side vision. I assume, okay, I know why. He was taking bot side vision because he wanted to provide vision to his side laner, base, and then open to an objective they're gonna play. So they actually have vision, and then they can revision that. So for the time being where he's in base and walking to that, his side laner would have vision for like 40 seconds or something, 50, which is like really beneficial. But yeah, I don't know. They gave free Herald now with that, because Varus was bot.
Yeah.
But this bot tower is gonna fall anyway, which is pretty good. Let's see what Ad is gonna do.
Yep, Frango is now clearing those wards, but
I don't think they can dive Casio, so I'm not sure. Like, she's tanky. She has the Giant's Belt, Road of Ages.
doesn't have her ulti because
Yeah, she doesn't have ulti.
Does?
She doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't dive her.
Who has to flash the ulti of
Yeah, but
Adi?
I think you're fine with that, to be honest. Like, if they're looking to re-dive now, it's gonna be hard because Casio is getting the ult back in like 10-15 seconds. Okay, so they're basing.
Yeah.
I mean, splash still fine.
Yeah, I
She
think they
wants-
consider that a solid heist.
She's gonna kill this bush, right? Yeah.
Oh, so we have flash
But he
right on
loses
top
that.
for with
Pretty sure
from
he
the
loses that.
Beast. Yeah, I don't really know. The W shield might need to be quite handy now. Roscoe still is chipping away, and
doesn't.
never mind.
Mordekaiser's just so strong.
Yeah. Leandri's, guess he just mows him down. Still had the shield, of course, with the W. But I feel like the redemption, even kind of being thrown, does help out a lot. 1v1 now, turning into a 2v2, into a 2v3, as it seems like the locking down is going to be happening from the side of Team All In. Now Adi gets ulted here by Daveris. He cannot move. The Q will be enough to finish him off. And as quick as those kills ended up happening in top lane, they are immediately thrown back
tier
here.
2. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, nice little chunk of gold. Especially considering that the second Drake
even
was
though
yoinked.
like Cassius 0-3, they're all ahead in gold. So yeah, I mean Douglas for sure has second item in base. He's just so strong. Varus should have it after that mid wave. Let's see if they synchronize the backs together. 3 of them are basing. Varus is most likely going for Raptors and then basing because he's gonna have item. I can see he's pinging it, so they're just gonna wait for him. But yeah, as we can see, Kai'Sa just walked over vision, gets caught.
Yeah, nothing really.
And then
that
Adi used
they can
ulti on
do.
top, and he has an ulti to pull them into the tower, and he just dies as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of the thing about this team comp. I mean, there's just so much lockdown. But I mean, the Varus ulti, the Cassio ulti, like the Fear even. I don't even want to don't even get me started on Nautilus.
Varus actually didn't base.
base.
He didn't have item.
No.
He didn't have item, so they are playing with a backless Varus that is half mana. They heralded bot, so they're gonna play for tier 2. Now it is basing, and most likely one of the solo laners will as well, I assume, or they're gonna TP to the tier 2. They have no TP actually.
Yeah, that is quite an
So they're just
interesting
gonna
trade.
give it. I mean, now it is opening bot then, but why is he opening bot? Like he's not gonna stop more there. Like you're gonna have more. You're gonna be more beneficial if now it is top here.
Yep. I don't really know. Doesn't seem like they got tier 2, so Nautilus was enough.
Yeah, I mean they didn't get tier 2, but I still don't understand why he based. To be honest, I guess. I mean that's. Maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know the calls, but he did stop it. So yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong here. But yeah, overall 1.6k in jungle difference. Nocturne is just terrorizing everything.
Yeah.
He has the same CS as his solo laners actually.
That is insane, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Nautilus once again being quite deep here, looking to kind of ward. Because I feel like the amount of wards here, it's so nice. I feel like from them, even on the top side, even though it's not a lot, I feel like it just gives a lot of information. And with the little death ball they got going on, they can just grab the entirety of the bottom side jungle vision here.
Yeah, I mean they're playing into bot side, even though bot tier 2 is down because Atakan is spawning bot side. I think they're just gonna force it.
Yeah.
To be honest, because they have they're just controlling the line of vision. They can just start it as 2 in zone. Yeah. What he's gonna hit, now it is gonna stay. Cyrus is gonna base TP.
Yeah, okay, Minimatsic will spot Adi.
They can just force a fight here. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just not even allowing Poppy to get an ult off. Adi now gets stopped in his tracks by Minimatsiak. Beautiful. Douglas now ulting right on top of him. The hook now landing onto Babista. He too now gets smacked, but he ended up ulting. I don't know who it was. Nautilus, I believe. So he's going to be mowing him down. In the meantime, though, Cassio just free firing from all of her cylinders. All in all, that is quite worth. That's a 1 for 3 and a Natakon.
1 for 3, they got the Atakan, and now they can just base and open up. Oh, he's
Might
still
even
forcing.
be more. Roscoe just dealing so much damage, melting away at Strode, but the shield is nice. Stanik even joining this fight. Okay.
He's having fun.
Yeah, that's... we do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. He's gonna have TP, I think. Yeah, he's gonna have TP when he spawns. But as we can see, they're just holding this line of vision. Not sure why Poppy ulted that early. I mean, he didn't have vision of them, but he should ward and then ult, in my opinion. Because Poppy ult, the way you want to play the fights is you just want to knock people out and then just play the fight like 5v3 or 4v3, you know.
I do want to say that, like, Babista ulting the support is always going to be a funny thing, because, like, the poor Nautilus just running away
Yeah.
from big scary armor man. But with that, the gold lane is now 3.5k in the favor of Team All In. I think they are in quite a nice little state of the game. Varus with the recurve, 2 items even completed in upgraded boots, even 3 items soon, I believe, for Cassio. It's gonna be quite good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna go for the Drake because they don't want to allow Nightbirds to get it. But I would have loved if they actually played for tier 2s more. They can just, they're gonna catch this wave high, Nightbirds. They want to fight. Yeah, that's a pretty good fight.
Yep, here we go. Douglas immediately just going all in, nearsighted. All of them. Adi can even make it out. No, the ghouls from downtown. It's like Steph Curry himself through those ghouls.
Yeah, I mean, Poppy ult didn't hit. Unfortunately, it was blocked by Nocturne W, but that's something that we were speaking about. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only way you want to play fights if you are Nightbirds is that if either Mordekaiser isolates someone that is really strong, or you get Poppy ult on 2 people, and then you fight with number advantage. For now, it didn't happen, unfortunately. But yeah, that's something that Nightbirds should do. I mean, as we are in the replay here, Kai'Sa was actually isolated, and then you see Poppy ult hitting on the Nocturne shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so sad for him. But still, though, even in that kind of stage, I feel like, of the fight, I feel like that's still so late to throw the ult.
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to come out so much sooner, or as you've said, start with it. But yeah, okay, immediately now, it seems like he is nearsighted. Adi might even look to kind of get him into a wall, but Bubista just
Yeah, I
grabbed
don't
him.
know. I mean, they were. I guess maybe they can get it. That's pretty good. Okay, nice.
That took so long for them to kill him now. I mean, Maciek with that re-engage, it ends up kind of costing him his life. And with Baron up in about 1:10, I think that Nightbirds are going to be quite happy about this, even though there really isn't anything that they can kind of claim on the map. Losing, of course, the tier 2, the inhib tower, the waves all kind of pushed in other than top. But with Cassio now kind of on those waves, I think you can't really even attempt to kind
Yeah,
of...
almost was disastrous because you are looking to catch someone off and then you isolate yourself with the person you're trying to catch one-on-one. But I understand why he ulted, because he didn't want to let him get to his team, so he just basically made the space that he can only walk into. So yeah, it's pretty good catches they made. It delays the game a bit. So yeah, even though the Silas is 4-0-1, it's so hard for him to play the game because there is a lot of things that counter him in this game.
Yep.
But we'll see. For All In, I think what should be done is that they should all open up together, and then they get vision and they play topside wave and play tier 2 if they don't want to force Baron. But we'll see if that happens.
Yep.
As Baron just spawned.
I agree, 100%, especially with Silas already kind of catching those waves. Douglas here will be spotted by Adi. And that's going to be a fight here for the Scuttle. I don't know who ended up taking it. He's going to be suppressed now. That could be huge if they end up killing him. The ulti back, looking to run away. Beautiful ulti though by Zamulek. Ends up kind of forcing the ulti of Fleeman, a flash and a cleanse, and now Stonic looking to go for that engage. So much damage onto Douglas, but he's still alive. He might get taken down. He will in the end. And that is the fight that Nightbirds wanted. Frigo getting pulled back. Mrozku and Zamulek, they can't do anything without the front line.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas got caught. Poppy hit the ulti and it's easy to fight. This Poppy knocked at, I'm not sure who knocked, but I think Varus was one of them. And it's just easier to fight. I think Team All In is still gonna try as 2. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I mean, with the gold lane, I suppose they aren't
Yeah,
really
but if they
afraid
die
to risk
here,
it.
it's kind of bad. Because Drake is spawning 110. Okay, they're actually doing a lot of damage.
Well, unfortunately for them, it seems like they both will end up losing their lives for naught.
Yeah, they got Nash, they both died. Unfortunate situation, but for Team All In.
Okay, but what kind of was the logic? Are you really willing to flip the entire game for a Scuttle? I mean, I know that's like the the based jungler mentality, the Sigma Scuttle.
Yeah.
But like, this is how the beginning of the end starts for you. just with this fight, and look at the way they split them up. Douglas even flashing,
I mean,
ulting,
yeah,
doing everything.
Cassio, Varus both got hit by Poppy ult. They both had flashes, so they could have flashed the Poppy ult and just played the fight if they wanted to. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. If Poppy hits ult on 2 people, you're just chilling, you know.
Yep.
We'll see. I think this is a big shift in the game. I think Nightbirds are in control now.
Yeah, gold lead gone.
Yeah, gold lead is gone. I think they're in control for sure now. To be honest, if I'm Fraigo, I'm just sitting side with my Maiden and just pushing. There is no point in just grouping, to be honest.
Yep.
We'll see.
Stonic, looking
You
to
can just
be...
ignore him and just hit if he wants the tower. Douglas is here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he might actually end up be preparing for him to kind of butter him up so Douglas could go for that dive and they end up
Hopefully
taking
Douglas
tier
doesn't
2.
show and then they force bot. That would be disastrous.
They will
They're
take
actually
the
opening the
dragon.
top. They're opening the top. Yeah, they go to Drake. Yeah, I think the game is just gonna stay even now for the next 5 minutes around. Because that's gonna be the next objective unless someone ints. They are chasing this Maiden with their life. It actually didn't, like, Yorick without his Maiden, he's useless.
Oh, Frango. Now will nicely sidestep there the charge of Adi. But still, I feel like that's a bit alarming for Team All In. Like Frango doesn't really provide necessarily that much in team fights. And now that you've kind of exited the stage of where you were like, what, 5.5 or 4.5k gold up, and most of that lead has now vanished, and it's on the solo laners of Nightbirds, I feel like that's scary. Because if Morty gets close enough, takes out one of your carries potentially out of the fight, obviously with Stonic having a Zonias now, as you've said, Riftmaker Proto Belt kind of being the core of the build, I think that slowly but surely the tide is not only shifting, I feel like it's completely turned.
Yeah, it is shifted because 2.5k is on Nocturne, but Nocturne, you know, that goldie doesn't necessarily do anything, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think for sure Nightbirds are in better situation now. Maybe Beto gets caught here. He has ulti.
Yeah, there we go. He's gonna pop
He
it, but
ulted W.
one ghoul is all that he ended up taking out of the fight.
Okay, this is pretty. I mean, this is an empty kill, as some would say. Yeah, that's why they're tipping top to force the tier 2 and people to base. It's an empty kill, but it stops the siege. But the Baron is gone, as
Yep.
far as I not see, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so empty kill, I guess it's fine to get one, as long as you don't use anything, which they kinda didn't. They used Nocturne ult and that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, oh,
Yeah, we'll see though what ends up happening to Frigo, who needed to
Frigo lost
flash
flash.
away.
Yeah.
So already, as the champion of Yorick doesn't really have any built-in movement.
I was about to say everyone is gonna kinda have flashes for the next fight because Varus and Nautilus are getting them, and all of them on Nightbirds are getting them as well, except Poppy, which I think flashed now. And now Fraigo lost the flash, but I think it's whatever for him.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing for him is to not lose his Maiden, which is kinda funny, but yeah.
Yep.
We'll see.
Maiden lives, but my flash doesn't.
He's getting third item, but I'm not sure which. It's Shojin, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's Shojin.
I think so, yeah. I think you usually do go Shojin. So.
Douglas still doesn't have boots 30 minutes into the game.
Hadi spotted on that ward. Valid the sweeper. Spito was kind of going for it. Zamulek ends up being caught. This could be dangerous. Strode does have the GA, so if they are actually pulling in this team fight, it might actually end up being good for them. Adi ends up falling, and on the side of the fight, it's Douglas who takes care of Pito. This now is the other shift in the tide, as with the main advantage, they're kind of looking to run down mid. The inhib, I feel like, should almost be free. The Drake up in 130, the Baron up in 110, but...
Again, empty kills, nothing to take, just to shift the momentum a bit. They're gonna take the camps, fix the waves, and then open up into the objective they want to play. Not sure which one is it. I think they should open up to Baron, because the Baron is the one that's gonna end in the game, for sure. Because there is absolutely zero wave clear on the side of Nightbirds, except like Kai'Sa and Morde. Like, Silas doesn't do anything. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Just hopefully Fraigo doesn't die here, because he is overextended with no flash. Another pause.
The pause. The pauses. And I feel like this is such an interesting time to be pausing. Like 31 minutes in, when the game is kind of not really at its peak, but I feel like it's about to be at its peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, as you've said, I 100% agree. I think you gotta play for the Baron. Because even if you end up kind of trading it for the Drake, it's still just the soul point at like 35 minutes. So it's like, who cares?
I mean, unless Nightbirds think that they can defend Baron, there is no point of just going for Drake. And also, what can happen is that somebody can solo Drake while they're holding it. Like, there is a lot of possibilities. Like, Kai'Sa can solo Drake for Nightbirds, and Fraigo can solo Drake for Team All-In. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. If I was them, I would for sure like try to get vision somehow, push the waves, and then just hold a line of vision while I'm duoing Baron with someone. Like Yorick Nocturne can solo like duo Baron, or Yorick Varus, or Varus Nocturne. Like they have possibilities of duo Baron Cassio as well. But we'll see if they can hold a line. It's kind of hard. Not sure what's gonna happen, but this next Baron I think is gonna decide on how the game is gonna go for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we're already 31 minutes in. And it's just, it's been an unbelievable game so far. Of course, Nightbirds looking to stay alive, make it all the way to Game 5. And on the other side, it's Team All-In sweating. Because if they don't actually get one good fight, the game is blown wide open. They could lose it, and then it's Game 5. But do you really want to go Game 5 when you've had such a big lead in this one?
True. Something to point out is that Kai'Sa has GA, so it's gonna be really beneficial. They also have 2 Zhonyases when enemy does not have any. So there is like 3 things that can actually decide the fight: 2 Zhonyases and one GA.
Yep. Also, you've mentioned the flash advantage.
Yeah. Only on
Babista. Yeah. Okay, as we have mentioned,
but this is pretty good because
Division War.
Nightbirds are forcing top play, but they're pushing mid. So Fraigo is dead with no flash. If they get Peto, it's 1-for-1, which is pretty okay.
Yeah, but the Baron, I feel like, it's just gonna be chipped away again. It seems like they are willing to kind of fully commit to this. The ulti here from Varus was used, and
It's
it
a
would be
50-50
so
hit.
good. But yeah, as you've said, a 50-50. Zomulek ended up being pulled back, and now with the re-engage, Stonic looking to get somebody. Beautiful flash ulti from Roscoe as he's firing away in the back line. Bobista, he couldn't do much with the ulti, and now a 4v2. Strode, who wasn't touched, but it doesn't even matter. Still, though, he does get the Baron to 50-50, ends up falling in the lap of Team All-In. And now with those TPs and the wave they have, I feel like they should be looking for an end.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they can end. Fraigo he's gonna spawn and he has TP. It's 5v2, I mean, they should end for sure. Nocturne has ulti back up again, so he can just suicide and go in. Yeah, we'll see. I think they can end. There is no wave clear on this point. Poppy has no ulti as well. Yeah, I think this is just GG.
Yeah, Strode, even with that GA, can't really find value.
Yeah, Kai'Sa is flashing, but there is nothing to do. Yeah, I think this is GG.
Yeah, that was honestly such a good fight.
Yeah.
Just for a second, I got really scared because Fraigo was just amidst 4 of them, but as you've said, it was a bit of a split-up situation, and I feel like losing Pito, who ended up being really the silent carry of the fights, just pushing 2 or 1 person away from them.
Yeah.
It felt like he was kind of the win condition in not normal ways.
Yeah.
So I feel like just with getting him out of the way and then going for that 4v4, still could have been a bit scary if Audi ended up kind of stealing it away because Skarner was still alive, hovering around the Baron pit. But all in all, congratulations to Team All-In. Welcome to Budapest. Yeah. Welcome to finals. It's going to be Team Excellent actually waiting for you in those grand finals. But before we, of course, end the show, we're going to bring back Amy for a bit more analysis and some good thoughts.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We've got our second finalist for Budapest, for Hungary. Congratulations, Team All In. Wow, a 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, they played pretty good series, to be honest. I think the game 3, they were just limit testing a bit, which is okay. I guess you want more game time, but yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good series.
Wow, I think everybody was kind of betting on Nightbirds here, but from the very beginning, from the very first match of the best of 5 series, it looked off. It looked very off. And then match number 3, we have Nightbirds come back, some couple of mistakes from Team All In. And here again, it almost seemed as if the draft was better on the Nightbirds side, but there we go. Team
I mean,
All In.
I wouldn't say it's. I think All In had much better draft. I think, to be honest, when they started winning, and then they lost one fight, I think they were just thrown back a bit because they were thinking, if we lose this game, we're going to game 5 when we have like much more winning draft. So yeah, I mean, overall, if they don't make mistakes around this draft, they can't lose. So, but it was still 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, this was very close game, but I have to say congratulations, Team All In. They'll be playing versus Team Excellent in Budapest, Hungary, in November. Either it's going to be 15th or the 16th of November. It's going to be a LAN finals, a great experience for all players. Something that they really have to go and go through. It's going to be amazing, as I said before. Team Excellent being the 2-time, because they were in the finals last year as well. They were playing versus Bad Lions. They're back in the finals. They brought the content. They brought the memes. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But that's going to be in a month from now. We are closing the chapter here from the studio for the semifinals for League of Legends. I want to say a big thank you to you, Syntax, to Lucha, to Scarf, our casters, to everybody in the production team, to everybody who's worked on us on League of Legends for this part of the tournament, because we in T-esports Championship have 4 different games. We've already found our finalists for CS2, now for League of Legends, for Brawl Stars, and next week on Monday we are starting with a round 3 of Swiss for Rocket League. That's it, and that's going to be finished next week, Friday. So if you're into that, if you're into Rocket League, stay with us. We'll see you on Monday. If not, thank you everybody for watching this League of Legends part of the tournament. Congratulations to Team Excellent and to Team All In for going to Budapest. It's great. Everybody else here in the semifinals, so Nightbirds and Team 10 Euro Deal have secured a piece of the prize pool. They're both 3rd and 4th spot, receiving 5,000 euros. And who's going to receive 12? Who's going to receive 8,000? We're going to see in Budapest in a month. And thank you. That's it. That's all from us for today. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Sony PlayStation, for being a partner on this project yet again. See you all on Monday.